I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do the spiel because it's just jumping to get out of my head. Who are you? Captain Matthew Gideon, attached to the Earth Alliance starship Excalibur. What do you want? To find a cure to the drug plague before it wipes out all life on Earth. Who do you serve and who do you trust? Yeah, I'm still working on that one.
Well, so does that mean we're going to start with D then?
Well, looks like it.
So, tonight's session is session number 12 of the Mandalorian storyline, where you get to spend some of the XP you've earned, which for our gadgeteer should have an extra 20 XP to spend. Unfortunately, they did not get their motivation of chasing up their childhood friend, the Frog Dog, because they did not actually spend any game time doing so. So having a motivation you don't actually follow doesn't reward you during the storyline. So, starting up with D, introduce your character, please.
Hey everybody, I'm D, I'm playing Vanna Frommel. She's a Mandalorian human bounty hunter. She's a gadgeteer, and this is how she would normally talk. Okay. So,
and who does she think she is?
Who does she think she is? She thinks that she is not really wanted to be born into a position where all of the heads would turn to her. She would spend time going out to, take things apart, clean up starships on the outside, get rid of, the blood marks and stuff off of some gear, and, try to make a new Jimmy Ross name.
Okay, so, and then, what is it that they want out of life?
What does she want? She just wants answers to questions which she does not know at the moment, but, it's very in the back of her head, but with everything else that's going on, it's just popping forward at the forefront of her head at the moment.
That is fair.
Who does she serve and who does she trust? Yes, well, she's actually working on that one.
So you don't serve anyone?
She more or less serves herself, but works with everybody else to, meet the goals of everything, coming up with some good ideas, even though that, they don't get acted on, and so, she'll just wander off mostly to herself and try to work on various other bits and pieces.
So what is her loyalties?
Her loyalties is probably to herself and to the cause that is slightly bigger than her. And sometimes, she'll go into that and...
Which cause, though?
Just go into situations where she'll be like, hey, I can do this. Okay, too big. No, I don't think I can do this on my own. The last bounty she collected solo.
Because you have to collect one bounty solo as being joining any bounty hunters guild, and it gives you the option to actually join the guild. Did you collect a solo bounty, and what was it and why?
She found a bounty which was more or less up her street. Someone had removed important pieces of equipment from various places, and she wandered around, checking the places where all of the stuff had gone from, and she returned the equipment and even upgraded some of the security to make sure that some of the stuff never disappears again.
And who was the person?
Inside here?
Who was the... Because the equipment's not the bounty, who was the person?
The person was just someone who thought it would be great just to mess with various people and everyone's equipment. So basically, they were just trying to survive.
So, as far as your character is concerned, no one important, you don't even remember their name.
Exactly.
Okay, so if they show up later down the track, you'll have no recollection.
Exactly.
Okay, so it has been 6 months since you have seen any of the other clan members. What's the most defining moment of that time for your character?
Able to research things, take scrap and repurpose it into something new, like a scanner.
Okay, so and what has your character upgraded skill-wise during this time?
During this time,
with your 20 XP.
Okay. During this time, she had to go into high places and walk very narrow beams. So I would say coordination, and she would have to also keep her cool when going through heights, because she's not really good on heights.
Though you have been talking about putting things together, I'm assuming mechanics would also be a necessary thing.
Oh yes, mechanics as well, and also helping. I'm actually on the wrong PDF. Damn. Sorry.
So, just so you know, your career skills are athletics, brawl, coercion, mechanics, perception, piloting, both, ranged, both, streetwise, and vigilance. So, if your character is going off and doing things on your own and researching things, do you also increase computer use?
Yes.
So, computer use and mechanics are the main things you're caring about?
Yes.
Okay. So, question number 8. What do you get accredited? What are you accredited for? What do you get put on your license to say you are skilled with? What do you want the Empire to know you can do?
She's basically a pretty good Q person. Basically, I think James Bond's quartermaster.
So are you saying you want to be accredited to carry around a toolkit? Is that all you want to be accredited for?
Toolkit and possibly a few other bits and pieces. Taking control of some minor influences.
Again, that is very, very vague there, so we'll have to come back to that later. But currently, your character says she carries toolkits with them.
Yes,
the 9th one is, did you want to keep your bounty hunter license?
She would like to keep the license, and it would probably be also on spot repairs and stuff like that.
Okay, so this is different to that. And for the last bit there, I'm looking up your okay. Link to family. Does the gadgeteer have a big link to family? Yes, you do. So
yes, she does.
Your character is offered to basically pay off some of the debt to family or to get it in cash. What would she prefer?
She would prefer pay off some towards the family.
How much? Percentage-wise?
Well, enough that she can actually survive and
This is money on top of living expenses. This is money on
Yeah.
top of other stuff. This is basically money that was promised to be paid to your family that you then had to choose, do I give it to the family or not? And you can skim the entire amount or none of it. Your choice. What percentage do you keep for yourself?
She keeps about 60%.
60%? Okay.
She will feed the family on a constant basis.
The family. This is basically you sending money home where you're not actually seeing the results of it. So you don't know if they got enough money to live or not. This is basically you completely detached from your clan and family, sending money. So if they did not have enough to live because you decided to keep some, you do not know. So it's a simple percentage number.
They need to live, and so does she. So it's a real fine line that she has to walk, saying, okay, do I have enough to survive here? And do they have enough? If I give them too much, will I be able to afford dinner tonight?
So that will be now going over to Ross to see how Ross would like to answer those questions. So Ross, with Khalid, you ready? Or do you...
Have you eaten?
Okay. Who am I?
Do you need coffee or anything?
Khalid.
Who does Khalid see himself as?
Do you need coffee?
Big man?
Who does Khalid see himself as?
He basically sees himself as more of like assisting to law enforcement. He'll be classed as a vigilante, but he's more trying to protect the little guy.
Okay.
Basically, most of the bounties that he's been going after are mostly either criminals that have been bullying shopkeepers and things like that, or
all good.
Basically, people have been. I'm basically looking at myself as the protector of the little guy.
Okay. Next question for you is: what does Khalid want? What's the thing that he most wants?
Most want is his clan to get back to their former glory, but to do so, he needs to do the dirty jobs.
Okay. Next question is: who does Khalid serve?
Well, the clan and my fellow Mandalorians, but I will also help the little guy.
Okay, so question number 4 is, where does his loyalties lie?
To the clan and to his fellow Mandalorians.
Okay, so question 5. The last bounty you brought in, you had to collect solo. Not Han Solo, but you had to collect it yourself. Yeah. So why? What was the bounty, and why did you collect it?
Okay, it was a spice type drug maker named Alistair Crumb. He was a Rhodanian, so basically he was making poor quality spice and trying to sell it cheap, and he was causing so much problems with it that I took up the bounty to get that stuff off the street.
Did you bring him in alive or dead?
Alive.
You notice I didn't ask that of D because D's character doesn't actually remember. So
yeah, basically stunned him with the force rod. The force point.
So under question 6, It's been 6 months since you've seen any of the other characters. What's the most defining moment in that last 6 months?
The crime rate in the city has gone down to help with me helping the law enforcement and getting some of the really bad scum off the streets. But I think it's also to do with the Empire kick coming in as well. But
Hey, I'm sure that there's a lot of kudos to your character's direction.
yeah.
So what upgrades has Khalid done in that time?
Well, I was thinking of going for streetwise,
Yep.
but I'm not sure if I should go to Underworld as well.
Well, you can technically get both. We can work that out. Okay, and if there's any others, we can figure that out as well. Okay, so...
Well, I was thinking of going to Pistol, but you stated that pistols are outlawed anyway.
Okay, so what are you having accredited for on your Imperial license?
Taking out spice manufacturing.
That's a
they've got
task. One person can carry a toolkit with them under Imperial jurisdiction because they've
Oh,
got the
no,
license for it.
okay. Can I get certified for pistol then?
You can be certified with pistol, yes.
Yeah, I'll get certified for pistol then. Means that I can then carry my pistol. Is that correct?
Yes, you can then carry a pistol in Imperial controlled space.
Yeah.
So that is registered with your character, but it would be a visible, not a concealed pistol.
Yeah. I don't believe in concealed pistols.
Okay, so question number 9. Does he keep his bounty hunter license?
Yes. I might be only going for small fry, but hey, it's keeping the street safe.
Okay, and what percentage of money was had been made available to him to pay off his family debt does he keep?
Well, I'll keep 5% for just emergencies, but the rest is going straight to them.
Well, good.
That's if they're after money. If they're after equipment, I could probably hunt around for it.
This is pure cash that you may or may not keep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm keeping the 5 just in case they actually need some more because honestly I don't trust them that they actually get the money. That's the problem because we're such a distance away.
So okay, now we'll move on to Stefan. Kadiaka. Who does Kadka think they are?
Who they think they are.
Yeah. It's not what their name is. Who do they think they are?
The existential.
Because as an example, we've got someone not really in a position who wants to work for a living. We've got an assistant to law enforcement, a vigilante who protects the little guy. There are our 2 examples so far.
Kadka would probably be... someone who...
The game.
Well, yes, but they seek survival as a priority above...
Survivalist?
Yeah, above other things. They would... that's a bit of a tough question.
Okay, so we shall move on then. You can always come back to me on that one. What does your character want most in life?
Most in life?
Yeah.
Probably to... attain the wealth the family used to have. And to have probably skills that Mandalorians should have.
Okay, so question number 3: Who does your character serve?
Money.
I'd probably say they currently serve family and what's his name?
The Commandant?
Yeah, as one of the Ranger people.
Okay, so question number 4 is where do your loyalties lie?
Probably with family and not the Empire.
Okay, so 5th question. You had to collect a bounty solo. Who was it and what happened?
The Commandant gave Katakia a solo mission to take down a fugitive that's escaped from the city, and first do recon and then capture in the mountains, or east that direction.
And who was it?
Random name here.
A person your character doesn't care about and can't remember? Because this bounty basically qualifies your character to join the Bounty Hunters Guild as well.
Probably someone who's trying to avoid paying back an Imperial loan shark or loan.
So avoiding paying back the Empire for debts.
Yes.
So you're helping the Empire even though you don't like the Empire.
I thought the Empire gives the Commandant his orders, though.
They do, but again, when I ask where your loyalty is, it's like to family and not the Empire. And here you are doing this. I know it's an interesting contradiction. That's why I'm asking these questions. And question 6: in the last 6 months, considering you haven't seen any of your other family, what's your most defining moment?
Most defining moment. Sabak is the game of cards, isn't it?
It is Sabak. Yeah.
Sabak.
So however you want to pronounce it is correct.
Probably gambling and cleaning up a table of gambling and winning someone's prized Sabak deck. Because I believe Sabak is the kind of deck where you have to build it yourself. You don't just...
Oh no, it is it's basically like a poker deck.
Oh, okay, alright. Yep.
All of them are the same, just that the game variants change depending on how it's done. You can have paper cards or you can have electronic cards.
Right, okay.
So the novels use electronic cards, the movies use paper cards.
Right, okay.
Because in the electronic version, the cards can change mid-game in your hand. Because there's a randomization thing thrown into it.
Yep.
Okay, so you've got a prize, but it might be a lucky deck.
Yeah, might be a prized lucky deck that, I don't know, it's gilded or something.
I would suggest giving the previous owner a name.
You'll have to figure that one out, because they'll probably come looking for it at some point.
Yeah, and it can't be Lando Calrissian.
Wuju Sinja.
He's writing that down.
I don't know how to spell it, so there you go.
He'll figure it out.
He's Rhodian, there you go.
Oh, we're bidding up on Rhodians.
Okay. So, and what upgrades has your character wanted to... what skills have they wanted to upgrade?
They'd like to increase their... heavy ranged.
Yep.
Their... where is it? Perception, I think.
Yep.
And there's one more. Oh, melee.
Okay, so next question is, what do you want to be accredited with the Empire?
Credited with the Empire?
Yep. So what do you want to be able to do under terms of the Empire?
So is this like gun carrying licenses or?
Well, we've got toolkits, we've got gun carrying, we can have driving, piloting.
As rangers, how much are we allowed under the Empire's rule?
Basically, if you have ranks in it, you can get accredited with it.
Okay.
As in, you've shown you have the capability to do so.
So how do I gain accreditation with the rangers then?
That the Rangers fall under the Empire for accreditation.
Oh, so they count as Empire. Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
Because the Empire pays their bills.
Yep. Alright, well, we'll just say Ranger accreditation for now. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to legally carry around the sniper rifle, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that, seeing we're on a gunless planet.
It's gunless for civilians.
Sorry,
much.
gunless for
If
civilians.
you got a license, you could. So
But
that's
if I
what
had
he's
a range-
asking.
But is that license separate to the Ranger license, or is it?
This is basically the equivalent of permission to carry. So we've got someone who has a pistol license, so
Okay.
they can publicly carry pistols around. They will be questioned. They will be checked.
Then we'll
because-
just assume the sniper rifle under the Ranger license.
Okay. And do you want to keep your bounty hunter's license?
Player wants to say no, character would say yes because he wants money. Sorry, she wants money.
And last one is how much are you've been given a chunk of money? How much do you keep, and how much do you give to the family? Percentage wise.
Is this total amount, or is this...
This is excess money that you could then spend on whatever you wanted.
Because the way character would think about it is if they put like 70 towards themselves and 30 towards the family, they can then gamble with another, say, 30% of theirs to give even more to the family.
Quite possibly.
So I don't know what value to give you there.
So you want to keep 70%?
Yeah. So they can gamble with it. Or at least
Okay.
with some of it.
Okay, so next one we're coming to is Ariadna
Mhm.
with Thea. So looking at what you have, how does Thea think of herself?
I'm a Mandalorian that belongs to the Dwinoguin clan, otherwise known as the Starwing clan. That's who I see myself as.
Okay. And what does she want out of life?
To restore the family name and the family status. And maybe eventually own Beskar. She would like to excel at being a bounty hunter now. Since that seems to be the best way to help the family.
Okay. Question number 3. Who does she serve?
The family. The clan. Who else is there to serve?
And where does her loyalties lie?
The clan.
Fairly easy. Okay, question number 5. You had to collect a bounty solo. Who was it and why?
So I gather you're allowed to be creative with this bit. Can I say that I defeated a local gang leader that was extorting from the businesses in the area, and renewed sort of like a kind of peace to the area, and people stay away from it because if they come near it, I'll basically kick their ass. And I was going to call the leader of that gang Leith Skullblight.
So leave Skullblight.
Leith.
And I'm back. Sorry about that, guy.
Skull
All good.
Blight.
I got it close enough.
Yep.
Question number 6. What was your most defining moment in the last 6 months away from everyone else?
Probably defeating a gang by myself. I'd say that's probably pretty impressive for someone with my new skills.
Okay, and what new skills did you learn in that time?
That bit I'm unclear about how to pick. Do I pick from the sheet? And how do you figure out what you're allowed to pick and what you're not allowed to pick.
At this stage, you are allowed to. If you want, we can figure that out between sessions, so it works out easier
If you
for
could
you
help me
instead of
figure it out,
instead of
because
trying to explain it all.
I have no real idea about whether I'm overstepping or not.
And what do you want to be accredited for with the Empire?
So I gather bounty hunter is
different.
normal.
That's the bounty
I'd
hunter
like
license.
to be able to take a weapon. I don't have ranged light, but I have ranged heavy. What does that qualify me for?
That qualifies for rifles and stuff.
And I've been able to take those apart and put them back together, haven't I? But I'd like to open carry a blaster because that'll be easier to use.
So you could technically get accredited for pistols and rifles.
Could I?
Yes.
Well, that's what I prefer.
And did you still want to remain accredited for driving?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes. Does that include piloting?
And flying?
Yeah.
So yes, your character is actually quite accredited compared to everyone else.
Well, I figure if I've already learnt those things, I would have expanded on them over the last 6 months.
And do you wish to keep your bounty hunter license?
Oh, yeah.
And what percentage do you send to the
100%.
family? 100%. Very quickly in there on that one, and that's pretty good.
Sorry, family.
So, we're going to David next. Mark, there's a reason you'll be last. Okay, David, your character has its assassin brain has gone, so you've had to make use of the remaining 5 brains.
Yeah.
So how does Belit see himself now that he's got to adjust to the fact that one of his brains is missing?
A lot less murdery.
Less murdery is good.
Yeah. Really,
A lot good.
so to give you an idea, B1 has spent the downtime trying to isolate the more violent aspects of his personality, and also to try and strengthen the walls but integrate those said personalities. He is doing his best to remain that service character, being mechanics, computing, and medical.
Okay, so question number 2. What does Belit want most in life?
Sentience.
Okay.
Perceived sentience.
It's a good answer.
Well, perceived and actual are just a thin line. Question 3. Who does Belit serve?
No one. He will continue the illusion that he's serving Piper's family, but in truth, he serves no one.
Okay, question number 4. Where does his loyalties lie?
No one.
Same answer. He serves himself and suits his own needs.
Okay, so you've had a chance to actually join the Bounty Hunters Guild yourself outright. And you actually got to collect a bounty. What was it?
A computer hacker, and using counterintelligence to find said computer hacker and apprehend it.
Any other details about them you'd like to have noted down?
No, nothing that's really important, to be honest.
Were they alive?
They were alive. It was a very non-violent capture.
Okay. So, next thing is, it's been 6 months since you've seen any of the other characters. What's your most defining moment in that time?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
It's been 6 months since you've seen any of the other characters. What's your most defining moment in that time?
Procuring that very same hacker to create software, to create hardware firewalls within his own personality to isolate said murdery static personality. So he enlisted said hacker to do the job in order to gain their trust and then apprehended them for their crimes. Sorry.
All good. Question number 7. We'll get to upgrades for you later, but do you want any specific upgrades for your character?
Upgrades in what regard?
Any skills you'd like increased?
The core skills of medicine, the computing skill, and mechanics.
I'll see what I can work
if there
in.
is a possibility for any sort of small arms, pistol training, anything like that, then it's definitely something you'd like to do.
Okay, noted down. And with the Empire, what would you like to be accredited with?
Accredited as in, give me an example, please.
So would you like to be able to drive, fly, carry a weapon?
Oh, right. I have land vehicles, don't I? Piloting land vehicles, I think it is, or was that the skill?
What?
That is skill. Piloting ground. It does if you'd like to have himself accredited as self-owned.
No, that's a bit cheeky at the moment.
Would you like that to be on your Imperial license?
Or you're going to have Piper as your owner.
Oh, I'll take cell phone. Cell phone. Fuck Piper. No.
Okay, so
actually, no. So hang on, is that license, is that free for Piper to see at any point that she wants, or is that private information for me and the Empire?
Not unless he can hack. She can hack into your Imperial records.
Cell phone. Thank you.
Okay. And do you want to have a bounty hunter's license?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, and you get a bit. Considering you don't actually have any family to send money to, you actually get all of it.
Sorry, I just lost you there. Can you say that last bit again, please?
So you don't have any money to send back to the clan, so you actually get all of it because you don't owe any debts.
Yep. Yeah, if anyone would like a pistol of some sort.
Okay, so now going to Mark.
Yep.
So, a few things for your character. You did hear you managed to get 100% decryption on your chip.
Yep.
And that's the last time any of the family members saw you was when you got that and read its contents.
Oh yeah, no, I'll plan for that. Don't worry, I'll just redo the write-up for you. So, yeah.
And one of the things that did was you had an override code for Belit that shut him down, so you could remove his assassin droid brain.
Yep, I helped him do that.
No, you didn't help him. You did that.
Did I? Okay, cool. Got that. Yep.
As part of heading off. There will be some other stuff that you will find out down the track about your character. That may change your things here because I hadn't had a chance to actually chat to you between sessions about it.
That's okay. Now I'll put down what I've written down. We can talk about it later, of course. But
so, with that in mind, who does Piper see themselves as?
Piper is known as the interrogator and also a well-known pilot. She's going to continue with her piloting family knowledge, but she's also been learning to keep it cool and kind of being a very good interrogator. For jobs that she's been working on.
So that's how she sees herself, as an interrogator and a well-known pilot.
Yeah.
What does she want most in life?
Well, two common things which hasn't probably changed since before this all happened. The first priority is to free her family, which is going to take a lot of effort, and also find her best friend Barry the Wookiee.
Okay. Well, best friend, not best fiend.
Yeah.
Both work well, though.
Well, Barry, Barry has his days when he's on the ground.
So, who does Piper serve?
She serves her family and herself. Her priority is her family at the moment.
Okay. Question number 4 is, where does Piper's loyalties lie?
With her family, because she wants to release them, and also with her friends. She still classifies all the people that she worked with recently as her friends. And of course her boy toy. So.
Okay.
And her loving droid, right?
I didn't say that. Oh, yeah, you're part of the friends group. Yeah, you're part of the friends group. It's okay.
Okay, question number 5. Your last bounty you collected at Solo, what was it?
I did a good job on this one for you, mate.
Yep.
Okay. My bounty is for a fellow called Poke Poke. He's a Jarrah from Tatooine. He was charged with ship removal parts of a trade ship which had very high kind of high-end people. What he did an this is where the interrogation kind of stuff comes down to it.
Yep.
Also, he took down the 10-person Jawa crew as well at the same time. All were alive. There was occasionally a bit of enforcement of finding out where this poke was.
Yep.
But that's the last bounty he did.
Okay.
She did,
Question number 6. What was her most defining moment in the last 6 months?
Piper has learnt through her last 6 months that she's finally admitted to herself that she has an addiction. She didn't really do it before. She really kind of just, washed over it kind of thing. But with the help of her, her Captain Fabio, she's learned that it actually is something there. It's something that's been growing in the family kind of for a while for all the family. It seems to be one of those things that just goes from member to member. And she's trying to learn whether to not hide it, but to learn how to control it a bit better.
Okay.
So,
next question is, what upgrades has she done in that time? What has she trained in?
Now, this is the question I was going to ask you. I don't know Star Wars well enough, except for what I watch on TV. So, I've got a ranged heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What does flamethrowers come under? Is that too far?
Probably ranged heavy.
Yeah, because I was thinking of some sort of. And I'll leave it up to you. I'll talk to you about it afterwards. But I'm thinking because I've already got a sniper, and I was going to take sniper until somebody else beat me to it. But I'm thinking some sort of flame thing that might come off her kind of armor or something like that. It might be very simple at the start, and over time she just builds up on it.
All good. And what do you want to be credited to?
Also, I had the main thing was around the interrogation skills. I was looking at, I think cool was one of them, because I don't have cool at the moment. So I'm looking at skills that would help her interrogate people.
Coercion is normally the skill that I believe interrogates people.
But coercion and maybe negotiation, maybe the two. I think what would you reckon?
Coercion is forcing someone to do something against their will. With diplomacy is more trying to get them to agree with you.
Okay. So this is something we can talk about afterwards. That's where I'm looking down the angle. Of course, she keeps learning her pilot skill from her hot rod boyfriend who has the hot cars that drives around racing all the time. But yeah. So I did say I would like a spaceship, but I know that's a bit too much, so I'm going to get it.
Okay, so what do you want to be accredited for with the Empire?
Licensed pilot and interrogator.
Have you got any ranks in any of those things? Is the question.
Pilot, I've got one. As an operator, I've got piloting. I've got two. One rank in planetary in space. With the interrogation, that's what I was going to talk about skills-wise with.
So we're increasing. You're putting one rank into planetary in space.
Yeah. I've only got one rank into those ones already, and I've also got charmer at the moment and streetwise. But I was going to look at coercion or something like that to go with the interrogator skills. So.
Well, technically, you didn't actually have any ranks in piloting or space yet, so that would be your first ranks in them if you get some.
Don't I get that as an operator or stuff?
No, they were. You had options, and we went through them, and you selected athletics, charm, perception, streetwise, and vigilance with brawl and melee. You're naturally good with flying, so.
Yeah, I was the trained one.
Stefan was the trained one.
Sorry, I've written it down wrong.
All good. That's why I have it online for people to check, even though not everyone has.
Speaking of which, would I have had to ask for a piloting license then?
Yes, if you want to pilot.
Okay, I have ranks in it. Does that mean I can, or do I have to buy ranks now?
No, as long as you show you can do it with skill.
Okay.
It's basically having the skill means you can accredit yourself for it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so going back to Mark, you wanted to become a pilot. Did you buy you buying ranks in it then?
Yeah, I've got buy ranks in both planetary and space. So.
Okay, so are you keeping your bounty hunter's license?
Yes, I need money for my family.
And how much money do you send to your family?
Well, my family's currently
percentage-wise.
So I'm actually, it's not really sending money to them. I'm keeping the money away I'm trying to negotiate a better deal with the Empire at the moment around my family release. So I'll probably keep about 20% to me, 80% would go into savings of the family. So I can't really give it to them because they're not available to give it to them.
Well, you do still work for the clan, so you're keeping 100% then.
Okay. Sorry, that's what I was going to ask you about. I was got a bit confused by that.
All good.
I'll probably give 10% to the clan, 20% for myself, the rest I'm saving for my family.
Whether you're saving it for your family or not, it's basically you're keeping 90% then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so next thing I am going to ask you is, do you want the other players to know what was on your chip or not? Whether the characters know or not is up to you down the track.
No, I don't want to know. No.
Okay, in which case then I will talk to you offline about what you find, because it will change how you deal with the rest of the party.
100%.
And how Piper will see herself and act will change once you get those details. Okay, so it has been 6 months since you have seen each other. You gather together at the academy where you've had a lot of instructions, a lot of training. Some of you have been off-world for a while, training on other planets, even with the Empire in space. And this is the first chance you've had to catch up and see each other. You do look a little different. You look a little older. It has been 6 months of life, but it feels like forever.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you have stayed in the city. Some of you have travelled out into the wilderness and look it.
Yep.
All of you have been given a couple of choices to make. So, who wishes to introduce themselves to the others and tell them about what's happened? You're basically all caught up in a room bar at the academy where you've been doing a lot of your training. First time you've seen each other for a while, and after the reintroductions of yourselves.
Just the Ranger Academy?
This is the Ranger Academy.
Okay.
You get a chance to sit down and relax.
Yep.
I'll be very quiet in the corner, man. So I'm not going to say anything at the moment. So.
Does Vanna or Khalid want to...
And the one thing you do notice is Kyanna is not there.
Does anyone know where Kyanna is?
No one's seen or heard of her in 6 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe still in training.
I'm sure they're fine. They're pretty good at keeping track of themselves.
Well, we haven't been notified of the demise.
We might not be. Depends on how she demised, if she demised. So, without our normal kind of leader person, does anyone want to step forward, or shall we just start telling each other tales and talk over top of each other?
Oh, we normally talk over top of each other, as always.
I have good news. I no longer want to kill any of you.
This is good news.
Yeah, heard that you become legal.
I congratulate B1337 on becoming less murderous and getting their bounty hunter license.
Who's a bounty hunter? I don't know what you're talking about. I have spent quite a bit of time finding many people to work on my personality. And it's good, because I no longer want to murder every single one of you.
That's an improvement.
I'm especially glad to hear this.
That it's no longer.
I'm not surprised to hear that. I asked Vanna and Khalid what they've been up to.
Similar to what you've been up to. I've heard of a couple of your exploits on some gang members and that.
And you're doing your own little bit of vigilanteism?
Yeah. It seems that we've been attacking them on both sides.
Well, you know. Gets the money in.
You directly with the gang, and I'm basically going against the drug side.
The outliers. Yep. Vanna?
Are you sure that any of these random things that we've been working on for the last 6 months are not connected. You've got your gang, and you've got your spies, which you took down. I think this could be connected somehow.
Yeah, it's possible. They might all be connected because, most criminals know each other. They all had bounties on them, so, it's worked out well for us.
Well, I've been chasing down some missing technology.
What kind of technology?
I actually signed a contract on the non-disclosure, so I really can't tell you, I'm afraid.
Oh. That's interesting, considering
sounds like
my
stolen
family, but
Empire
sure.
technology.
It could have been. Could be.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Mainly recon training here at the station and
Win any money?
in the mountains. Oh, some.
Yeah, some. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't do too badly.
Yeah, we all know what you're talking about. I've got my sources now.
Yeah, I've won a couple of games.
Now that we're all together, is there a plan to start working together again?
It depends on if we actually get the contract together or if we're put in.
I think we'd probably work better together due to the fact
Which
that we
contract
support
is
each
this?
other.
I would very much like to work with you discussing meat sacks because I do not want to murder you anymore.
It's good to hear. We know you're 100% in.
You see Pipe have a smile in the corner when as soon as BB7 says that kind of thing, so yeah.
Piper, couldn't you change the vocabulator while you're at it?
Honestly, it annoys the hell out of you guys, I don't care.
No, you got the protocol droid and that annoys the crap out of me if that goes on.
I think with droids annoys everybody.
No, I can handle B1, I just can't handle the protocol droid.
What voice
You
modulation did you
condescendingly
prefer?
polite.
Something that doesn't call us meat sacks.
Oh, I don't
Well,
think
that's-
that's ever going to change. In every single accent and language, we will be referred to as meat sacks.
Oh no, the protocol droid likes you people, and he doesn't actually call you meat sacks. But he's a liar, a disgusting liar. I will always be honest with you, because I do not want to kill you, disgusting meat sacks.
Yeah, if it's B1 speaking, we know he's being honest. Protocol droids are designed to be politically incorrect.
What would you prefer, honesty or getting stabbed in the back?
Both ways are unnerving. So
The protocol droid cannot actually stab you. He can't do anyone anymore. Well,
But he can
not
stab
with
with words.
weapons anyway. Oh yes, he's very good at that.
So Martin, is the deal that we're meeting up to start an assignment together?
You don't know yet. I'm just
Okay.
fixing up some stuff as you talk.
Yep.
It gave me a chance to figure things out.
Piper, have you heard from your family yet? Do you have enough money to free them?
I just don't say anything, I just look at
Piper, why haven't you spoken to me yet?
I join in with B1337 and I ask, yeah, what have you been up to?
stuff
What kind of stuff?
and stuff.
Piper, have you been drinking and whoring again?
You see a glass of water in front of Piper at the moment. She's trying to control the alcoholism, and she probably guessed. So.
Piper, are you okay? Should I
Yeah,
engage medical protocols?
I'm okay. I'm too good.
I don't think you are.
might need an ethanol injection.
No, not interested in stuff at the moment. And that's a shock for you guys, by the way. So.
Piper, I think you require severe medical care.
I agree.
Okay, one of you gets called to the commandant's office. Who wants to go in first?
I don't mind.
Okay, so Kadika, you are brought into the commandant's office.
Yep.
You are congratulated for the bringing in for that fugitive and tracking down the guy out in the mountains who was trying to escape from justice.
Yep.
It was a epic 2-month foot trip, but you did manage to bring them back.
Yep.
He says you did very well.
Definitely put my skills to the test, but it was worth it.
And he also congratulates you on your win with the casino.
Yes, it was.
It was a televised event.
Wins.
Well,
Yeah.
the big win he got.
I was so focused on the game, I didn't even realise it was televised, to be honest. But apparently people keep telling me, so...
Well, I'm sure many people will congratulate you for it. And he says, as you requested, here's 700 credits withheld from what was being sent to your family. And you can reduce your obligation to your family by 3.
Reduce the obligation by 3.
Yep, to your family.
Okay, so that puts it down to 7.
It says you have shown that you can work well in the field. Would you like to become an actual sector ranger, or did you wish to just remain a free hunter, or did you wish to join the Bounty Hunters Guild? You have all those options in front of you right now.
Is this me personally, or is this me making a decision for all of us?
No, this is you personally, because you get to choose your own fate. Because whichever choices you make will affect how, what you can carry, where you can go, who you can talk to.
There's no law against sector rangers gambling, is there?
Only being in debt.
Okay.
Don't gamble what you don't have.
Oh, yes, that's logical.
At the moment you are in debt to a criminal enterprise, you will find yourself either arrested or thrown out, depending on the extent of the debt.
Yep, that's my rule anyway. Don't gamble what you don't have.
It's a good way of gambling. Yet many people don't believe in that. Quite happy to bet things they can't.
Yeah, well, years and years of gambling practice will teach you that. You bet when your stakes are good, not when they're bad.
I thought it was the broken legs that taught you that.
They eventually heal. So, do you wish to become a sector ranger?
I believe that a Mandalorian such as myself should be learning skills like yours that you've honed over the years and learnt during the Clone War? No.
Yes, I did learn during the Clone Wars.
Yes, Clone War. Yeah. And I think I would enjoy further training under you.
He puts a badge on the table for you. And a pistol.
Is this a promotion or an acceptance of
This
job?
is basically a, you take those, you are a ranger on your way to becoming a sector ranger.
Okay, I'll take that. So it's a ranger badge, is it? Alright. So ranger badge.
Be called on to deliver the Imperial law wherever it may occur. But it is Imperial law, which means you, as the enforcer of the law, define the law.
You are the law.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
You
every.
can
Judge
pull off a
Dredd,
Stallone accent and do that, you get extra XP.
You're not the executioner, he says.
No.
I am the law.
And you're not a stormtrooper.
Thankfully, no.
They have different training.
Yes, I've heard they couldn't hit the wide side of a barn.
It's their helmets, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Cheap plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gestures you to wait in a room to the left.
Yep.
As he calls next person who would like to come. Who would like to come next? Having your character having no idea what just happened.
Do you know what the pistol is?
Oh, I think I will,
It's
considering I
like
might run out of reception soon.
Okay, so Balit comes in. He congratulates you on gaining acceptance within the hunter community. And,
thank you.
And asks if you wish to serve more as a ranger, or does he see a career for someone such as himself amongst the bounty hunter community exclusively?
I would, given the two options, I would much prefer to be a bounty hunter.
He says he can understand. And did you wish to be an independent hunter or go off and join the guild which you have just gained accreditation for? As a player, what are likely repercussions of there? Well, look at it this way: if you're an independent bounty hunter, the most money you can make from any capture is 300 credits.
Yeah, and as a guild,
you get a percentage of its bounty.
So it could be 3,000 credits.
Is there any obligation with the guild?
Yes. They tell you what to go for.
Sorry, not in-game obligation, but character implication.
The character basically gets assigned bounties to go and do. They don't get to choose to say no to any of them. Here's your bounty.
Is there any penalty for leaving the guild?
You can leave the guild at any time, but if you leave the guild, depending on how you leave the guild, they may put a bounty out on you.
Yeah, no worries. Guild will do.
Okay, so yes, he sends you to a room to the right.
Oh, hang on, wait. Does he get the same, like, the reward money for the bounty he collected?
Well, you do have 2,000 credits given to you.
By him or previously?
By him. This is on top of what you have already spent for the...
right.
Because you'll have spent all that money in this time. So you get 2,000 credits to start
Please
with.
do me a favor. Please do me a favor and ask Piper if she intends on giving money back to her family, her actual family. If she does, please give half of this to her and don't tell it was me.
He agrees and takes half the money.
Thank you. Big on these.
Okay, so who is in next?
Piper.
Yeah, Piper going.
So Piper.
Piper has a pre-question mark which might affect my answers to some of the stuff.
Yep.
Would some of the stuff that I know from the decryption would affect my answer here or not?
Definitely yes.
Okay. I'll let you give me a bit of a lead on the right direction there. Okay, if that makes sense. So
he congratulates Piper in not killing fellow clan members after finding out what you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just go, It's like,
and for what they did to your family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I try to say, I want to say something, but I just nod, and I just don't want to say a word because I might just let loose kind of thing. So, impersonally. Go ahead.
He does not think you would have such restraint.
I've been working on that.
And considering at some point you actually shared information with him.
Yes. It's a hard road. It's probably the best word for it.
He's asking if you wanted to shut down the implant and become who your family was afraid you would be.
Well, that's a big... I didn't expect that answer. No. Okay. Well, and this all depends on, if I have the background knowledge. If the shutdown of the implant would improve my speed of getting my family out, I would probably do it. And I say to him, but I'm not sure about that just yet.
It will, but it comes with complications.
Yeah.
As all things do, he says.
Yeah, that's fair. My family's got to deal with complications all its life.
Okay, so he asks if you are ready to take up your stance to be a ranger as well, or did you wish to go to the profession of bounty hunting alone? Because most hunters generally stand alone.
Yeah, I'll stay alone, I say. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit saddened by that, because he thought you could probably do with the assistance.
I might change my mind over age, or not at the moment. I think I need that aloneness.
He says you should trust your instincts.
Mm.
So, by the way, Mark, your character, now that he stopped drinking, is force sensitive. And moving on from that point, you get meet up with. You get given 450 credits.
Okay. Yeah.
And you get to remove 1 point from your family obligation.
Okay. 1 point. Okay. Yep.
So now you're probably curious about what's on the rest of the data set. Okay, so yes.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay, so who goes in next?
Oh,
Okay, Khalid. He greets you warmly. Gets up from around the desk and sort of talks to you about how well you've been policing the city.
Yeah.
And has a long talk with you about picking up the drug smuggler and all the tracking down you did for it. He gives you 100 credits left over from what you're sending to family. You get to remove 19 points of obligation from family.
19.
Yeah.
So what, I lose 19 or my obligation's now 19?
Your obligation has reduced by 19.
Oh shit.
It's 95%.
I did say it was a percentage was important. So this is one of the few times you actually got a lot for little. And you asked if you still wish to continue to be a sector ranger. He's actually willing to offer you a job of ranger.
Oh, I hate this. Because I do like sector rangers, but I also do like bounty hunting.
Well, basically they do the same thing, just that one of them is legal, he says.
But the thing is, I do eventually want to leave this sector. And I believe you're just for this area, correct?
The Elrood Sector at this stage, yes. But sector rangers have been known to leave the sector. And it's not a job for life.
So if I do that, then I can also be free hunter. Yeah.
Says, well, you can't really be a free hunter and a ranger at the same time.
Wow.
It'd be a shame to lose you to the bounty hunters.
This means what I would play.
I sense some coercion here.
Coercion.
Well,
the thing is,
he said rangers 3 times now.
The thing
It's as
is,
good
I
as a
do
hammer over the head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for the rangers.
Okay, he hands you a badge and a gun. It is a light blaster pistol.
Okay, cool.
And he gestures you off to the left where you meet up with Kadkia, who's also got a badge and a gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, so that brings us to Varna coming in.
Good day, Commander. I do hope the day finds you well.
He gestures to the seat in front of the desk. He says, "Yes, I'm just going through the motions of seeing how people enjoyed their time with training here, as he promised, and what they wanted to get out of that training."
The training, second to none, absolutely top-notch. Fantastic.
He puts 1,200 credits on the table for you. You get to reduce your family obligation by 4.
Okay, well, that's down to 16.
And he congratulates you on your acceptance with the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Thank you. I'd also stop through the decisions. I know. I do love it here.
He says, yeah, he knows how you're good for doing your own thing, and he's quite happy with you to continue to do your own thing with the Hunters. Team players are not more what he's looking for Rangers, so he's happier with your acceptance as a hunter who's independent.
You going lone bounty?
It seems more appropriate to how Varna has been living for the last year, he says.
I know, making a name for ourselves, but if the opportunity arrives and everything, she points to her head, everything up here is aligned, would I be able to come back and take up the mantle of Ranger?
Says that all depends on who you are. Who you are is very important aspect of what it is you want and where you want to be. So not many people who are completely out for themselves really do work out as Rangers, he says. You potentially it's a great deal for bounty hunters, because most bounty hunters think nothing of stealing a bounty from another hunter, no matter how long you've known the hunter. Family obligations have absolutely no care in the world for most bounty hunters. They're more than happy to stab other hunters in the back.
Absolutely. First one to take target down. Yeah, they're usually happy like that.
And that's not how we roll, he says.
I know.
So he wishes you luck and gestures you off to the right and says, good luck with your hunting career. He promises to keep an eye out on what you're doing and come after you himself if he needs to.
Thank you. She offers her hand as as respect for a teacher, a mentor. Just to shake hands. It was an honor.
He nods and gestures you out of the room. So he's basically responding to each of you about how you answered your questions. So that comes into Ariadna.
Oh,
So Thea comes into the room.
Well, Thea's very family oriented, so the first thing she asks is, where's the rest of her family?
They'll just be with you in a moment. They've just been answering a few questions.
Okay.
And I want to ask each of you, to see where you wanted to go with things and what you wanted to get out of life.
Okay.
And so he says he has no money to hand you at this stage.
That's fine.
Because at this point, he's sent all of it onto family, so you actually get to remove 10 obligation to family.
10 obligation. So I'm at 0 then?
I know you should be at 5.
This says 10 here.
You should have been at 15.
Okay.
Everyone has at least 5.
You might have to explain that to me.
I'll explain it to you later. Okay, so and he talks about your taking down of the gang and how you managed to pull it apart piece by piece.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that he doesn't think that he will be seeing them try to put something together anytime soon.
Not if I can help it.
But he's wanting to know if you would actually like to continue in a law enforcement role with the Rangers. Or did you see yourself more as an independent person working for yourself?
I tend to stick with my family. So, I want to help them as much as I like doing the right thing and trying to get the right thing happen for good, decent people. My first priority is my family. So,
well, not all your family has chosen the same thing. Some want to go it alone, and some want to go with it as part of a team.
Well, if they choose to go alone, that's their choice. They're free to make that choice. How much do you earn being a ranger?
Well, generally you get a salary and you get commissions on bounties on top of the salary.
So I can get commissions as well if I work hard enough.
But you get paid no matter what. As a bounty hunter, no work, no pay.
So I could send a stipend to my family and then send commissions later as long as I work hard.
That is true.
I'd probably do that.
He says congratulations and hands you a pistol and a badge.
Awesome. Do I get more training?
You do get more training.
Awesome.
But only Rangers get the training.
Well, I'm a ranger, aren't I?
He says you are now.
Okay.
And he gestures to a door to the left.
Sure.
At which point you see Kyanna and Khalid.
I am disappointed that not more of my family is there.
Okay. Not long after that, you meet up with the rest of your family. You notice that none of them have any enforcement badges on them, but they're all sporting the colours of the Bounty Hunters Guild. I'm assuming the rest of you are happy to take the guild contracts?
Yeah, to me it's a bit of a borderline thing, but that more depends on our talk later on, Martin. But yeah, but I'll give the opinion that I am doing guild stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. So you have a guild uniform, and you're required to wear guild colours at all times.
Is it blue?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is a yellow with green.
Ooh.
It stands out. It's a shockingly bright green.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
with
Piper.
a dirty yellow.
Fabio is going to be very... At least you want to get you out of your clothes quicker.
Well, the idea is that everyone can see these hunters coming from a distance. They stand out.
If anyone refuses the clothes and attempts to paint himself in the colours.
Yeah, they don't mind if you're painted in those colours. Because they do offer
Fantastic. Because clothes are for disgusting meat-eaters.
Is this a kindergartner's attempt or like a Van Gogh attempt?
Banana.
No, like a mechanic's attempt.
Kindergarten, right, got it.
So he does look he does look well done by the guild, because the guild would have painted him.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing.
As he does have the guild crest on his back.
I can just see B1 trying to scratch that off.
Yes, a target.
Oh no, I gladly wear the colours of my guild. It allows me to potentially kill more disgusting meat sexmen, aren't you?
I admire your tenacity.
Yes, he does now have the authority to take termination notices.
Oh, I think they're all going to be termination notices.
No, that is not exactly why I do this. I collected a bounty in my downtime, and I didn't murder that disgusting meat sack.
Fair enough.
He did, however, do me a massive favor.
What was the massive favour?
I no longer want to murder all of you.
This is true.
Okay, so
I see no reason why this could go wrong.
I can see every reason how this could go wrong. But we'll get to that later.
You are paranoid.
I am what?
That is a disgusting meat sack trait. Paranoia. You are paranoid.
I'd like
That is
to
a disgusting
say.
meat sack trait.
I'd like
Well,
to
I'm
say
surprised
cautious.
that the hacker didn't put a backdoor access to your brain.
that remains
I
to
would
be
like you
seen.
not to talk about my back door. That is disgusting.
So Piper has just covered her mouth and just giggled, but I'm not going to say any more because it's PG. Okay.
Okay, so the three officers have been given riot gear that they can wear whenever they need it. In the Rangers.
We're Rangers, yeah.
We have riot gear?
Yeah,
You have riot gear.
and we get extra training.
Cool. Right.
Oh, wow. How does it feel being a member of an organization that is horrible to the rights of basic people, living people? You disgusting oppressor meat sacks.
So you
Just
think
going to a droid that caused millions to billions of deaths.
I caused not millions, not billions, only tens.
Tens of trillions?
No, that was the other ones.
so? We'll make it laminate armor, so you guys have an extra 2 soak while you wear it.
It's laminate.
Yeah. So
Cool, it's Stormtrooper
That's
like
not
armor,
right,
but
yeah.
none with the extra.
Yeah, just call
bits and
it.
pieces.
It's the laminate one from the main rules, and it gives you an extra 2 soak.
Is this on top of whatever you're wearing? Or...
This is you generally don't wear it with your other armor,
Oh, okay.
but you can throw a heavy cloak over the top of it.
Oh, you can, so it can stack. Oh, okay, cool.
And it's all done up in the blues and golds of the Sector Ranger.
This is not yellow and
That's
green.
why I throw the cloak over the top.
Oh, shiny blue and shiny gold.
Yeah, exactly. Try,
Yeah.
try stealthing in that.
Cloak.
Well, it's not designed for stealthing. It's designed to keep you alive in those times where you
Yeah.
have to go in.
Mm.
Which is
So
why
did we get a dress uniform as well?
from the Bounty Hunters Guild. Yes, it is clothing without armor, and it's that. For the dress uniform is basically just properly blue suit. So you get a blue suit with gold trim.
Okay.
But when you're
So
not,
something like the security out of Cloud City.
something like that, yeah.
Okay, I'm confused a bit, Martin. So we're talking about the actual Bounty Hunter Guild, or we're talking about the Rangers?
Rangers.
The Rangers gave them free equipment. The Bounty Hunters Guild, you've got to earn everything they give you.
Yeah, that's cool. I thought you. Cool.
And they charge you through the nose for it, and you can only buy through them.
That's okay.
And unfortunately, that's actually how the guilds work.
Oh no, that's fair call for me.
This is the... Sorry, what?
So that's how the guilds work. They always make you
Yeah.
owe
He
them
was
more
trying to
money.
make this is the way.
This is the way. Okay,
But
so yes.
I would suggest that is not the way in this context, because I'm pretty
want
sure the
to seize the
Mandalorian got his
child.
own armor.
This is the way for them, not for us.
Okay, so the 3 of you are assigned a land speeder
Oh, okay.
that can take 6
Wow. Okay.
Each?
to the team.
Okay.
As needed, you can requisition other vehicles. But it means for getting into the city and back out to here.
Does the droid count as a person? Because technically we're 7 if we include Kyanna coming back.
It only takes 6, so at this
That
stage...
is
Can we
incredibly
backpack the
rude.
droid and just wear him on
we'll
back?
just-
He
we'll
does
tie-
back. He
You
does
can fit in the
backpack.
boot.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, we can tie him to the bonnet.
Yep.
now he can crumple himself.
He can be our hood ornament.
Yeah, he can crumple himself. He did it during the fight to make a point. Remember?
Though he does look like a pregnant droid when he crumples himself.
That's fine as long as he fits in the boot. That's all I care about.
So David, you like being relegated to luggage?
I do not really appreciate the inference that I am not equal. And while I
Equal.
do
We
not
were
want to
giving you
murder you,
equal money?
I haven't said anything about maybe.
We have given you equal money. We've treated you as an equal. We were
And
just
now you
jesting.
refer to me as luggage.
No, we didn't refer to you as luggage. We're trying to figure out how you'd fit on the land speeder with us.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, so you would tie me to the bonnet of the land speeder.
No, I figure you got magnets in your feet. You could probably stand there yourself, and then you could shoot from the front.
First of all, that's droidist. To assume that we all have magnets are very damaging to servants.
Consider myself educated.
Edumacated?
I'll just shoot from the front.
Consider myself disappointed.
That's
The disappointment kind of goes without saying, doesn't it?
it?
Because can't you just see that? A B1 droid on the front end of your land speeder with a big ass gun? No?
Yeah,
No,
kind of.
because the big one droid would have to be able to carry that big ass gun.
And it does have the ranger symbol on the side
I
of the
should,
weapon.
by the way, remind you, I am not really that good at shooting or combat. My skills, in fact, I haven't told you at all. Just so you know, my skills revolve around computing, mechanics, and medical.
So he knows how to rearrange your insides.
This is good news.
medically.
Medically, yes. Well, in that case, we'll stick someone else in the boot.
I mean, I don't actually mind. Just don't treat me like garbage.
I did not refer to you at luggage at any point.
Okay, so what would you like to do now that you've technically graduated from your training course?
Earn money? Earn money?
That is a possibility, and earning money is a possibility. They are both possibilities.
I don't know. What do the rest of the team want to do?
This is the first time you've had to catch up in 6 months. Besides the sitting at the bar, you've all been away doing things separately for a while.
Catch up then?
And technically, any bounty the three of you are responsible part of cannot be claimed by any of the hunters.
I offered to take the group down to a local restaurant in the area that I cleared out of thugs that would treat me with extra respect because I stopped them from being extorted and beaten up every day.
So there's an offer to go to a restaurant.
I've got plans myself.
That's okay, I'm sure Piper can walk.
So, you don't want to go and celebrate?
I just say again, I've got plans and that's it.
Okay.
That's just,
Well, does everyone
Wow,
else want to
Piper
come?
really is an asshole since we got back together.
Yeah, I'd guess that, yeah. Doesn't want to catch up with her family.
I've got plans
well,
to find
yeah,
out Piper's plans.
there's more to
You're a
it, John.
big dick.
No, Martin knows what I'm talking about here. He knows where I'm going.
We don't.
It doesn't matter. We're in character, and yeah, we're acting in character.
We have no idea.
Piper.
You're following Piper?
I want to know what Piper's secret plans are.
No,
So
just
do
calling
I,
Piper a
actually.
dick.
Let's all
Yeah,
pretend
Piper.
to go to the restaurant and follow Piper.
Now, we're at the farm, aren't we, Martin, at the moment?
Yes, they are, and apparently that they take off in that land speeder, leaving you behind at the farm, and then wait for you.
Yep, I shout back. Popo sends her regards.
Yeah,
do
Piper
that-
gets her own transport to the city and tries to catch up with the boyfriend. So.
Who's luggage
Seriously?
now, Piper?
We're getting looked over for a boy.
Wish there was just
I
Not
am
in
greatly saddened.
Okay.
While you all have gone on your speeders out, Piper goes, "There's a reason behind that." I say to myself, and then get my own transport to the city.
Okay. So,
Because you're a nerd.
while you're waiting, a ever so shiny bling red vehicle goes past, which you've seen before in many posts online.
So we follow the red blinker.
Lieutenant Fabio comes to pick up Piper.
Ah, I see. We follow the red blinker.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you. And I get in, give him a
You-
kiss to the cheek.
You even hear the musical horn toot that announces his arrival. That sounds like a fanfare.
Fair enough. Do we still want to follow what Piper's up to today?
And you see the drone following the vehicle, taking action shots from various angles as they're traveling, as he's constantly got his media presence going.
As much as I'd love some target practice on that drone, no.
No. I just feel really disappointed in Piper in taking a boyfriend over her family.
I'm disappointed I couldn't place a bet on this.
Look, you have no idea what Piper knows in the background here, so
Okay.
Piper is trying to ignore all comments at the moment when you guys left, so yeah.
So yes, so Piper gets in the car, puts up with the usual media photos that Fabio always does every time he picks someone
I
up.
think Piper might be a sellout.
No, so while
Didn't we know that
after the
already?
video photos are
I'm
done,
pretty convinced
I'll
of
talk
that.
to my my
The
boy.
thing is that they're still a sellout.
I'll talk to
They
my boy
were
and
6
say,
months
look,
ago, they are now still.
They're worse of a sellout than I thought she was.
and I took my boy and going, they don't know I know yet, because I told him about this, and it was like, and I'm just going to I'll let you, Martin, decide the response on that one. I don't think I should tell him yet, but
He says he's gotten leads on your Wookiee friend.
thanks. Just so Miss Barry is you'd love Barry. Barry's a wonderful person.
He says, Barry, I thought it was something else.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Barry. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it was
it's Barry.
Barry.
Warren, he said.
Oh yeah, Warren.
So have you changed your Wookiee's friend's name?
No, sorry,
Warren
I
the
thought it was
Wookiee.
Barry. Well, sorry, Warren. I do apologise.
I did actually write it down.
Yeah, I know. I thought I did all my stuff, but a lot of my stuff is incorrect. I found out tonight.
So the GM writing it down does help.
Yeah.
So,
So how come
no,
you keep choosing B
Mano
names?
will say to the others in the speeder, she's just needs to go her own way.
As you see it zoom past, and as the speeder zooms past you hear the musical fanfare again, and seeing Lieutenant Fabio wave out the side window.
I'm still a little bit burnt by the fact that she's choosing to spend time with a male counterpart instead
You
of
see
her family.
his hair streaming behind him in that Pantene moment.
I see it as a bit of a betrayal. She doesn't want to spend time with us. We haven't seen each other for 6 months. And the one night we can get together, she wants to go play with her boy toy. Which she can play with any other time.
That's fine, we'll just go enjoy ourselves at this restaurant.
Yep.
Your treat.
Yeah. we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you describe the restaurant to them while I go to the bathroom.
There's lots of coffee.
I leave.
It's just a little sort of family niche sort of restaurant where the servings are really big, but the food is really good. And it's all sort of homemade in the back kitchen, and there's a level of chaos in the back kitchen that is very amusing, with Mama and Papa arguing at each other and yelling orders back and forth, and numerous siblings that all seem to run around as waiters that help. Beer comes by the pint, and they sit us in a nice little sort of corner by ourselves, and we get basically our run of the menu, because I come here just about every day.
Is it because it's dirt cheap or because it's...
Because I get free food.
No. So it's dirt cheap free food.
Yeah.
I thought.
Well, I've saved them hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands even, from stopping them being extorted. So as far as they're concerned, feeding me every day is a small amount. So technically, although I'm not extorting them, it's almost like a reverse extortion in the fact that they pay me for keeping them safe without me actually asking, and only in food.
That is slightly extortion.
I said reverse extortion. It wasn't expected. It just happened that way. They want to keep me around because I keep them.
Should be giving them money for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is that they figured out if they keep me around, then they're safer. So for the price of a dinner, it's like cheap security.
All right.
Does that make sense?
No, but we'll go with it.
Well, the prices are not too crazy here anyway.
Who's up for a game of Sabak?
Oh, I would like to thank you on your winnings because I actually won some because of you.
Oh,
bet on
you're
you.
welcome.
Yep.
Probably a good idea.
Mm.
Usually, not always.
So what, we bet on you now for everything?
No, not
No,
everything.
only when it's televised.
Yeah.
Because it seems that he works a lot better when it's stressed.
Mm.
Yeah, usually. Everyone else's tells become a lot more easier to figure out. But yeah, we can play a friendly game of Sabak if you want.
What do you mean by friendly? Is there money involved?
There's always money involved. Sabak.
Well, I'm not playing Sabak with you because I don't need to lose that much money.
Alright, someone else can put in their pot.
I'll play with you for gummy bears.
Well, you do realise the interesting thing is the money goes to the same spot anyway.
No, it doesn't. This one keeps most of the money for herself. I send
No, I
all
don't-
my money to the
How do
family.
you think?
No, it
Like,
just goes to the different part of the clan.
yeah, most of the money I made last time was for the clan.
But you kept most of it for yourself.
Until I sent it to the clan, yeah.
No, you kept it all to yourself.
No,
To gamble. More. You have.
no, I haven't.
We know you
Out of
have.
character, we don't know how much each other's been giving to the
Don't
clan.
we?
Unless they actually be telling
We're talking
us.
about the previous amount, not the amount that was...
Oh, okay, I thought we knew.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll take that back then. But I'm still not playing Sabak with you.
As far as you
fine.
know, you've all been giving it money to the clan.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the thing. We'll play a friendly game of Sabak, and the winnings go to the clan anyway. How's that?
So
Which was going to happen anyway.
I was going to say that's a little bit pointless if all the money goes back.
We each put like 10 credits in, see who wins, shows who's the
He
best.
just wanted to get brownie points with his clan, part of the clan.
I'm just curious to know which of you are decent gamblers here, apart from myself.
I'm not, so I'm not bothering to play.
Yeah, the money goes to the family anyway, so it's a win-win.
We know you're the best. We concede that.
Yeah, but I want to know who else can keep up.
How about why don't you take out some of the other people who are watching?
No, not around here.
The barman who came over says that sounds rather lethal. He says,
What's that?
"Take out some of the other people watching." He says, I thought you wanted some drinks. My mistake," he says as he walks away.
You misunderstood. We really do want some drinks.
My friend here was just wanting to have a friendly game of Sabak.
Yes,
Yeah.
but someone mentioned take out witnesses.
No, we actually meant food, like to take home.
Oh.
Later, because it's so good. But we'd like to play Sabak right now. Well, Cad here would like to play Sabak. Does anyone want to play with Cad here, I ask?
I'm
People
sure
around me.
there'll be many people who love to play with the winner of the tournament.
There you
Yeah, that's the
go.
problem. So Wendy's the I'm crap at it.
So, when are you going to go claim the car you won?
That's still around?
It was hasn't finished its production run yet.
Due like next year though?
It was due next year. You're getting the prototype.
Oh, that's right. I
Does
forgot
that mean
about
it'll
that.
have all its faults?
Probably.
Mm.
But it means I can also sell it. Since the prototype.
It's also a limited edition vehicle.
Fair enough.
It's the first of its kind.
I can sell it and get more money for the clan. Not bad. Or gamble. A bit of both.
You'd probably gamble and then try to double it and then give it to the clan.
Yeah, that's not about right. Yep.
And apparently some of the optional upgrades you wanted put on there were going to be done.
That is true. Oh, I could drive by Lieutenant Dickhead and stick my finger out the window.
Who's Lieutenant Dickhead?
Would it not be
sorry.
wise to follow money instead?
Oh, right. That would be funny. We should go get your car and then drive past.
Yeah, tempting.
All of us hanging out the window, acting like goons.
Yes, and that would probably give him reason to get his police friends to pull us over and to arrest us.
Probably, but we could place it back. That was already suggested.
So he is asking when are you going to pose for the promotional material that gets you your car. He heard that was part of the deal.
Please don't.
So funny it's not Piper. So funny it's not Piper. So.
Well, hey, there is a reason why I asked you all about specific questions and why it was all going to come up mid-session.
I'll get to it soon, I guess.
Yeah, because
He asked if it's going to be tasteful or not.
yeah, that winning's paid
Isn't it usually?
for
So,
Pal's.
he says sometimes it's not.
Release.
Sometimes they offer more for exposure, he says.
It does depend on what type of exposure. If it's northern or southern exposure.
I'm leaving that open because it is PG.
Right, well, maybe I'll think about it next week, see if I can pick it up.
At least it's not eastern or western exposure.
And he's asking if you're going to have it done in painted up in any colour scheme.
You're a ranger now, blue and gold.
Black.
Quite possibly, I'm sure you can get it done like that. He says you should talk to them while you're posing with their for the new production advertising, because you're going to be advertising their new range of vehicles.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had to do that part of the
That's what got you the free car.
Sounds like you got
The
a lot of work
commandant.
ahead of you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, I guess I should go do that next week.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay, and he turns to Kyanna, Thea, and says the group of restaurants around here are still very thankful for what you've done for them, and you can still eat any time for free.
Appreciate that, but I won't eat any more often than I need to.
They don't mind. They're more than happy because every time you come into the area, crime always disappears.
That's why I come into the area frequently.
It's amazing how many people you brought in with broken limbs.
They were alive, weren't they?
They were technically alive.
Exactly.
The unharmed part was never fulfilled, but they never made the mistake twice.
Some force is sometimes needed.
And anyone who actually hurt people for part of their living just had bad things happen to them.
Well,
It's amazing how many people can walk into doors while trying to be taken in for a bounty.
Exactly. Those
It's not my
doors, they're
fault they fell down the
dangerous.
stairs.
They just open and close on you randomly. Especially when my hand helps you.
Well, the other thing is the roads are fairly uneven too.
Yeah, those roads, you've got to be careful about those roads. Especially when I face plant you into them.
And Ross, your favourite drink is put in front of you.
Ah, cool. Thanks.
One of the people down the bars just gives you a little salute and walks out.
Who was that?
Oh, just one of my contacts.
Uh-huh. Is this a contact or a nudge contact?
Contact. Someone I've helped out with.
Say no more.
Deadpan serious.
Say no more.
Well,
You remember it's one of the guys you have helped with your vigilante justice in the...
Yeah. well, and it's not the only one who's been working around this area.
Yeah, no, I full on, you know.
Isn't that the name of one of those weird clubs down the road, Vigilante Justice or something?
They might have been named after Khalid.
Oh, maybe.
You know.
Yeah.
In a not so obvious way.
You
You know.
Yeah.
I don't have a bar named after me.
You don't want a bar named after you, trust me.
No, not really.
It might hurt when you run into it.
It also gets very confusing where you're playing a game and everyone uses your name suddenly at the same time.
They might think that you're the owner.
Apparently.
Would it be wise to change your name?
Yeah, I'm just not going to go back to that planet again.
He's naming a bar after you.
You don't want to know.
What did you do?
Catgear's place.
It was a stupid bet that I made and accidentally won, and yeah.
Aren't all your bets either wise or unwise?
It's not my
But
fault they
mostly
started running out of
unwise?
money.
It's the ones that he loses unwise. The one that he's win is wise.
Exactly.
And while he's saying that, an ad pops up. Visit Cadkear's, a new bar on the Kidron planet, where and basically there's this picture of Cadkear in a skimpy outfit, standing out front of the bar, advertising it.
I see.
I don't remember wearing that.
We might have to go there someday.
And then
Find that outfit.
then inside it's all scantily clad servers, male and female.
You running a brothel?
No, I'm going to ask Piper if that was one of the cases where we were both drunk or if it was just... I don't know.
And then everyone plays that, and it's just a sabak den.
At least it's a sabak then.
Are you sure this is not a casino?
It depends, potato, tomato.
They just happen to be gambling while they're drinking. It's not a casino at all.
And they say 10% of their profits go to charity.
Besides, do you know how many people's hands you can see in sabak when they're looking at somebody else's tits? It's fantastic.
Exactly.
Did you know that actually an illegal gambling establishment is 95% of the time more likely to get busted by law enforcement?
It's on another planet. Besides, I'm not the exact same Kayaki. I just happened to visit there. Doesn't have my actual... I didn't sign anything.
Well, it may be legal. We don't know.
You own a bar you've forgotten about. That illegally
I'll have to get back to you
gambles.
on that one and find out.
Your comm says you've got a message.
check my comms.
It says your monthly earnings from your bankers from your bar has been sent off to the clan.
Oh, that bet.
I'm so glad Piper's not here right now. So many comments from Piper right now. But, yeah.
Won't be mentioning that one anytime soon.
You already did. We already know.
Well, you saw it on the advert anyway, so...
Exactly.
10% goes to charity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charity. Clan.
It is a charity of a sort.
It
The
is.
clan is a charity.
Yep.
Totally deserving of help and sympathy.
So let me guess, there's an entrance fee and an exit fee, I take it.
Well, the exit fee is usually you have no money left, and the entry fee is usually...
You've got money.
Yeah, you've got money. Like, that's standard for every sabak den, usually has an entry fee. Or the tables themselves have entry fees, and then the door doesn't have an entry fee. There's the real kicker. You're in a really top-notch place when both the tables and the door charges entry fees.
And the drinks are outrageously priced.
Yes.
And you've got some type of snack that makes you really thirsty.
Well, that's where
Salty.
Every time
Make it
someone
salty.
passes you a snack, while you're playing, you pass it to the left. Don't eat the snacks.
And the pheromones in the place are all about getting people to bet more.
Yep.
You
And
can
that's
do that?
that's the trick, because if you pass the snacks over, your colleagues are getting more salt in their system and therefore want more drinks, therefore getting drunker than you are. So
They actually do that in casinos here. They pump pheromones.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Okay, so yes, you're watching that infomercial up there about go to Cadkear's, the best bar in the Kidron starport.
So,
And apparently it's been advertised in the whole sector.
Cadkey is more enterprising than we knew.
owning
So,
places is not illegal.
No, not at all. No one objects, but no one's surprised.
And the ad is apparently endorsed by the Empire.
and where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Yes. Just in
So
that
you've
case.
paid registration fees and that. Cool. You're a
Yeah, I guess
loyal Imperial taxpayer.
aren't we all?
No, not all.
You get your bounties from the Imperial Bounty Guild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I-
Some people
hang
are.
on,
We
some
work for
people-
the round.
Should we be
Rangers.
reporting you to the Imperial Tax Office for evasion?
No, I think that's fine.
I don't know. This sounds pretty shady.
Why don't you teach me how to place a back?
You didn't sound keen earlier.
I don't know how to play.
But now that I own the place, you're suddenly interested?
If it stops you from thinking about reporting family members for income tax, yes, I am interested.
The question is, have you actually paid your business tax?
Of course.
Do you have the receipt?
Can we stop using the foul language of tax around here? This is good food, good drink. Why do we need to bring taxes into it?
Because it's one of the outcomes, death and taxes.
Is it? Surely there's a third alternative.
Valhalla.
Exactly.
Best
That's
guy.
still, that's still
Beskar.
death.
Okay, so Mark,
Go ahead, man.
you're having you're driving along with your friend Fabio. He
Yeah.
hands you a case.
He finds me a case or
He,
finds
he hands you
me
a, he hands you a case.
Okay, yeah. So, honey, what's this then?
One of the things you've been looking for, he says.
Oh,
It's
this
the
is-
skimpiest things you've ever wanted to wear.
PG there, DG, yeah. That's for tomorrow night, Martin. I can leave that to tomorrow night, all those comments. So, okay, I open up the case and what do I see?
You see a bar of Beskar with your family seal on it.
Ooh.
Where did you get this, I ask him?
He's been tracking down contacts for you for a while, and it's taken him 6 months, but he's managed to track down one of the missing bars.
I get it. I start, try not to tear up. I'm trying to be, professional here.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
he can't get the armor yet. He's still trying to find out what's happened to the armor, and that you reported that was a breastplate up in the mountains, but that and the Twilight has disappeared.
That damn Twi'leks. I don't know. Anyway, honey, you're the best. Give him a big smooch of the chicks. I know he's driving. I don't want to distract him while he's driving, because even though he's a good driver, I still don't want to distract him. So, I said...
Don't they have autopilot?
They do.
Do
There you
they
go.
have autopilot?
Yeah, we got to keep this PG. So,
If it is autopilot,
this is
I
going to
know
be
about
fade to
it.
black.
Yeah, he always pretends to drive whether he's driving or not. He's that sort of person.
If he's on autopilot, I say, I turn his head to me for a bit, and then smooch right up for about 5-10 seconds, and go, "You're the best." Yeah. So,
He nods and then pulls up outside the guild office.
thank you. Are we still on for dinner later on, or we, because it's
says-
dinner time now?
It says that
Is it all?
depends on if you have a job or not. He knows that you're busy trying to track down further details, and he's got a lead on potential Wookiees. So he may be out of town for a little while.
Look, you're the best. I said, we need to have a dinner very soon. I said, we're due for that vegetarian, that strange fishy place we went to. They said something's called sushi-ish kind of thing. I don't know, but it was really nice actually. But I think we're due to go there again one time. But look,
He agrees. The
I'll
grass
see-
is always greener there.
It certainly is. So look, I'll see what's going on. And I said, look, I'll communicate. I'll give you a bit of a poker say, wink, wink, and I'll let you know what's going on. And look, if we've got time to catch up and your things, we'll work it out. Okay. Thank you very much, honey. I'll give you another kiss. So
He says he'll probably be out of contact because he needs to go off planet.
understand. I understand totally. I know his role. I know what he does. It's very understandable. So.
Okay, so he takes off.
Yeah, I'll go to the guild office. I assume. So.
Yep. They welcome you and present you with your gaudy clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And your bounty hunter guild ID, which is a very unflattering photo.
It's okay.
Very much like the driver's license photos.
True, I can live with this. So, now with the guild office itself, because I've got the steel, it's called steel, whatever it is. I should know this. I watched Mandalorian now. Now I looked at my character sheet before. Mark. I actually don't have what I thought in ranged weapons or that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably get a melee weapon of some sort. Can I use some of that to craft a melee weapon? Can I talk to the guild about that, maybe? Or
does your character have any mechanics?
Okay.
Until you get mechanics, you won't be able to do any crafting yourself at this stage.
No. I was going to use through the guild based on my family. This is my family thing. I would like to create similar to what the Mandalorian does when he goes back to the kind of clan and such kind of thing. You know what I'm getting at.
The guild itself would probably steal from you. Because the Beskar is worth more than the total of all bounties you've brought in so far.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with it at the moment. I'm if I'm alone in the guild thing and no one else is around, I do show it to the person, but I don't show it if there's people around for obvious reasons. So,
well, the guild is not your clan.
Oh, the guild is not okay.
No, the guild is a complete third party that will give you bounties to the benefit of the Empire.
Yeah.
Whereas the clan itself will be the people who can help forge you some armor, but they won't actually be as easy to get to. Because they are currently on the planet Coin, which is, if you look on the yellow line, it's where the green line intersects on the map. And you're at the furthest point from it that's still on the yellow line, which is at the very bottom of the screen.
Yep. I see it now. Yeah. So
maybe a certain droid might be able to make a Beskar spear out of it.
Yeah.
But he's still not a clone maker.
Conversation with Martin in the break for next fortnight. I don't know. I have suspicions about the droid as well, but I'm not sure yet. So, but yeah. But that's a conversation for a DM conversation, I think. So, but I'll say, okay. So what's next on the list at the moment, guys?
Says, well, we are looking for. He says, what are you feeling like? Are you ready for a murder, death, kill based role?
Yeah, and I said, look, you know my speciality. I like to bring them back alive. I said,
well,
it has to. Yeah.
All the base jobs have to be brought in alive. But once you're actually a member like you are now, you can take the killed roles. It just means it's a lot less arguing on the way back.
Hey, if it has to be done, it has to be done. I said, as long as it brings me that coin, I'm happy. I said.
The Empire generally pays well for that sort of thing.
Yeah, no problems. So what do you got on the list of hits at the moment?
He says, well, this will have to be between you and your target.
Oh, okay.
You share it with anyone else, and it will be breach of contract. Even other guild members, he says.
That's okay. I'm not in the mood to talk to them at the moment.
It's okay. And he slides a thing across to you, says, look at that in your own time. It will bring you 2,000 credits.
Shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you.
And it basically needs to be public and untraceable.
200 credits. Okay, I need to find a place where I can actually read and listen to this. Now, refresh my memory, Mark. Do we still have our guild house that we had before?
No.
I've kept it running.
Oh yeah, so they kept it running up until the time you got your chip. Then they didn't need it after that.
I thought I was staying in it while I was doing stuff around.
You could have stayed in it if you wished to, so you would have kept it running.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, it is still running.
Okay. How far away from there?
I need somewhere to sleep when I'm in
Are we outside the city? I'd say, yeah.
About a couple of hours, but hey, you could always flag a cab down for 5 credits.
To be honest, I probably would have been sharing it with Khalid if Khalid was in the same area. So that we could split the costs.
I would probably head back there, but I'll make sure when I get back there,
You
no
hadn't
one's
seen
around,
each other.
and then I'll have a look at this. Look at this MDK, I'm going to call it, murder, death, kill. So now I did miss the bit you said after the 2,000 credits, Martin. You said something special after that. So
It needs to be public and it needs to be untraceable.
oh, so it's got to be a stealth kill, is it saying? Or?
Meaning the kill cannot be traced back to the guild.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Meaning it's a political target.
Okay. Let's trace back to the guild. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. And I what was I say? And can I look? Can I ask him what the current guild equipment stuff is available at the moment?
They say, what are you willing to pay for?
Well, I love the new colours. I say that in a sarcastic tone. I'm just looking for some just light armour kind of thing, nothing too special, I think. I did have a suit one time, but due to
Their spacesuits aren't really recommended, he says.
Try the one.
No, it was a bit of a bad moment in my life. I'm going to put it down to. So.
Okay, so he does have a good leather jacket in a nice bright green, which will fit in with the punk crowd.
Woo!
Yeah, I can see Piper like that. How much is that?
That one is going for 50 credits.
Done. Leather jacket, yeah.
He sells it to you at cost.
Yep. Leather jacket. Was it green jacket?
Yep.
Green. Is it fluoro green? Can I say it's fluoro green?
It is fluoro green.
Oh yeah.
The same fluoro as the clan colours. As the guild colours.
I look like a badass now. That's cool. Okay, cool. Based on that, I'll go down to cab and head back to the thing and see if I can have a look at this. I forgot what it's called. The Mandalorian. That was Mandalorian again.
The Beskar.
Mandalorian back. My little kind of tag.
So you've got a nugget of Beskar, which is basically a chunk of metal. So the heavy clothing gives you 1 soak while you wear it. Okay, so yes, you head over to the place they have at the airfield that you haven't been to for 6 months.
Yeah, look, I'll go up and see if I can find a spot in the roof or somewhere away from when people walk in.
Yep.
To have a look at the actual, I suppose, the tracker and see if I can determine what my job is kind of thing.
Okay, your job is to take out the attaché to the governor.
I have to kill the governor, you said?
The attaché to the governor.
Attaché. Okay.
The one we think is Hinky.
No, not that one, a different one.
Oh, okay.
And basically, collateral damage will reduce your feed by about 50%.
Okay. Governor attaché. Female, male, anything details like that over here?
It is a male.
Male. Any race that I know of at all?
He is human.
Human. And is it... I'm trying to think of another... Instead of Fabio, what's another name? Does his name start with Dwayne and ends with Johnson, maybe?
Sure, you can call him Dwayne Johnson if you wish to.
Okay. Good. Gotcha. Yeah.
And he is quite muscular too.
Okay. I only have 1 minute.
And you do have quite a few places listed that he frequents. Most of them are soup kitchens and orphanages.
Okay.
Is this a
Okay. That's okay. Okay. Well, after that, I'm going to...
And you've been given 1 week to get the job done in.
Okay. Cool. I'll...
If it's the Imperials requesting it, it might be.
I'm going to do a bit of a scout out, I suppose. As I said, depends what the other rest of the group are doing. I'm probably going to go... The guys are doing other stuff, and I'm just going to go mainly solo on this. This is my thing. So I'm going to go off and go, okay, cool. I'll do a bit of a scout out of those locations. Try not to bring the fluoro green jacket at the time, for obvious reasons. Because I don't want to be under guild colours at all. I want to put that aside for the time being and try to wear normal people clothes, if I can.
Okay.
So no...
Well, your fluoro green doesn't stand out that much in the crowd.
Doesn't it? Okay. Well, as long as I don't stand out in the crowd too much, I'm okay. As long as the leather jacket doesn't have any reputation, like any sort of thing that points back to the guild. If it does, I'm not going to wear it.
It doesn't have any guild symbols on it.
Well, I'll be able to scout out of the orphanages and all these places and just get an idea if I can pick up a pattern over a couple of days, because I've got a whole week to do this, and determine what I need to do to take this guy down without causing too much of a...
What is your character's current streetwise?
2.
You have 2 ranks in it?
2 ranks in, yeah.
And with 2 ranks in it, I believe you don't have... You should have a... Your cunning should be 2 as well?
Cunning's 2 as well, streetwise 2.
And you get a bonus because you've got to be told where to find it. Okay, so you feel good about your intel.
Yeah.
But there's nothing useful in your scouting. So while you're doing that, we will check in with everyone else. So
yeah, okay.
Apparently, your friend has disappeared off the grid for a little bit. What are you guys doing now that you've had a chance to play a bit of Sabak and rest?
I'd like to see if I can actually open up like a forge as well. As a side business. If she's not doing bounties, then she can open up a shop and do that.
Okay. Your guild accreditation does not actually allow other businesses.
Okay.
So either you get the cheap bounties, or you and you can do a forge, or you can take on other bounties as your only income. They're more than happy. They're more than happy for you to only take the bring in alive only, and only get paid 300 credits for the bounty, no matter how much it's worth.
She'll do what she can to survive. And
so, does she want to be a full member of the guild, or just or does she want to be able to have her forge in the side?
Because would the forge actually also help repair the guild's equipment?
The difference there is they already have people on that, and you coming in as a new person haven't got a reputation with them yet. So they're not going to let you near their crafting material until after you've proven that you can do the job out in the field.
Okay, right. Yeah, she'll do whatever job she can to make a difference.
Okay, so does she contact the guild for a job?
Yeah.
Okay, she's asked, is she ready for the big leagues or not, or does she still want the kiddie pool stuff?
I think she'll go for the big stuff.
Okay, so they have a job for you going, ready for you to pick up at the office. If you can get it done for them in the next 3 days, you'll earn yourself 10,000 credits.
Okay, she'll go straight to the office.
Okay. So, show up. They are quite happy to see you. And they say, here is your job. This is for you specifically. Only one person can claim credit on this kill. And it is a public call out of one of the local vigilantes who has spouted anti-imperial sentiment. And they want him taken down in the street violently as possible.
As violently as possible.
Yep. And they want you to be wearing guild colours while you do it.
Okay, yeah, guild colours, no problem.
And they want the person to suffer.
Oh, awesome.
And so you got 3 days to deliver that.
Okay, do I have a name?
They give you a picture and a name. He basically has it's a bit blurred. You can see a jacket of a black jacket with some yellow lines on it, and a tag that he puts everywhere he beats people up.
Oh, right, okay, so he's a so-called vigilante type thing.
Basically been beating people up on the streets without authority from the Empire. Right. And the Empire is wanting to stop unlawful abusing of the law.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. She'll start with the tracking.
Okay, so you basically have to track that person down yourself.
Okay.
So that will require skullduggery and streetwise rolls. What is your character's skullduggery?
Okay, skullduggery. Okay, it's just at the moment 3 green.
3 green. Okay, so you feel really good about what you're looking into. Don't actually find out any details.
Okay.
And what is your streetwise?
Yeah, streetwise is 1 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, so you're not really feeling good about some of the stuff there that you're tracking down. You're not able to find out any details on this day. There's probably something else going on here. You may need to call in some favors with your friends.
Okay, cool. Can I use computers to try and cross-reference a few things?
Well, you don't have a name and you don't have a face. You've just got a blurred image and a vigilante who's been beating up people without authority.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So while we're doing that, I'm going to cross over to Ross.
Yep.
Okay, so your favorite black jacket with the yellow stripes is just being finished with the dry cleaners to get the blood off the last guy you beat up. The dry cleaners did it for free for you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, you have been going around dealing out justice without authority as a vigilante.
Yeah.
The Empire notices these things. Just that you're good enough, they didn't pick up who you were. So,
okay.
Who have we got left who needs to get a bounty?
Yep.
Our droid. Okay.
Yes.
So, you'd like to go in and get a bounty?
Yes.
Okay, so entering into the premise, they direct you to the droid socket.
Oh, goody.
And basically, you do prefer this because it cuts out on you having to interact with people.
It's exactly what I as a player and I as a character would think.
And so you jack in and find out that various kill bounties have been put out. And now that you actually qualify for them, one has been assigned to you.
Okay.
You have been asked. Asked to take out a informant to the Rangers, who has been passing on information against the government.
Okay. Any other details on the particular person?
It is a Rhodian who has been working out of the market area. He has the name Tebow. And you have a photo and address.
A photo, address, and a name?
And a name.
Cool. We're
And
gonna bail from there and then do some computer research to find out much more.
and you basically just have to bring body back here when done.
It's dead or dead or alive?
It is a kill bounty.
Cool. And amount reward?
Reward for this one is you get paid 500 credits, which is more than you were being paid previously.
Yep, no, fine with that.
He's not expected to
definitely.
resist.
Sorry?
He's not expected to resist, and the sooner it's done, the sooner you get paid.
Yep, still gonna do, a few minutes of research to find out anything I can about this little snatch.
Yep.
Using a computer.
Okay, so you get an amazing success, as well as feel really good about it, as you find out that he has been passing on information to one.
Terribly sorry. I lost my headphones for the last 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll start off again. You got an amazing success. You find out that this guy has been digging into tracking down Wookiees who have been imprisoned by the Empire.
Yep.
And been passing it on to one of the local law enforcement.
I'm not saying.
I don't know anything about your Wookiee obsession, do I, Mark?
You know about Warren. You do know about Warren. Yeah.
I thought the name was familiar.
And basically, he's just stumbled upon a cache of information, and they want him taken out before he can get it to law enforcement. And basically, they also want the data deleted or destroyed in whatever way necessary.
So this is information about Warren Wookiee.
About Wookiees. Wookiees in Imperial
So,
captivity.
Martin, to be clear, does B1 know anything about Piper's Wookiee obsession?
He does.
Any context behind it?
Childhood friend.
Sorry?
Childhood friend.
And I would have told you about Warren in the past. I'm pretty sure as my nanny at some stage. You would have met Warren in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Warren, is the Mark Warren? I missed it a little bit.
It's a Rhodian named Tebow.
It's a Rhodian you're going after.
Fantastic.
Yep. So
alrighty. B1's gonna admit does B1 find out any information about the target itself with regards to martial capabilities, whether they're capable of actually fighting or anything?
They were crippled in a mining accident and have been wheelchair bound for the last 5 years.
Vince, alright, contract complete. He's going to head over to the address and complete the deed.
Okay.
Complete the kill.
Mm-hmm. Okay, heading over there. You have no problems reaching the place.
Yep.
It's on the ground floor because, well, it's so much easier when you can't go up and down stairs.
Yep.
And he answers the door quite happily, politely to you while he's in his little wheelchair.
Yep. No questions, no talking, no nothing. Push him inside, close the door, kill him.
Okay. He's unable to resist.
Rightio. And he's dead?
He is dead.
Fantastic. Now, we're going to be really smart about what we do. We're going to go through the data with as little intrusion as possible and physically record any appropriate information for Piper. And by physically, I mean even if he has to scratch it into a panel of metal or something, he will record as much basic information as possible and then delete every piece of information that he can find.
Okay, that will be a computer check to see if you can break into his system.
Oh yeah, happy to.
Okay, so... Okay, so you got quite a few advantages.
But no successes?
But the guy had encrypted with encryption you hadn't seen before. Maybe with all that time he's been in the chair, he's really gotten to know how to use computers.
Yep.
And basically, and his data wipes as you try to break in.
Not a problem. Physically going to go through the parts, see if there's any parts in his computing system that can be useful to myself. If not, physically destroy every piece of appropriate technology.
Okay, so opening up the panel, you see the panel's actually melted inside.
Fantastic. No other salvageable parts, no other parts that could be salvaged by others.
Seems he had set up a dead man switch on his system.
Mint, exit and turn in reward.
Okay. So, in the first day, you have managed to get your first kill and gained 500 credits and help keep the Empire safe.
And feel absolutely nothing about it.
I think our first case is going to be investigating a home invasion with the distraction and robbery of computer equipment.
No robbery, just destruction.
If that's the case, you can take that one. I'll take the next one, thanks.
Okay, so...
Yeah, nicely done, man, by the way. Nicely done.
Okay.
And Mark, just so you know, he did try.
I don't know that because I wasn't there, so that's okay.
So,
he was a player. He did try.
I know he did.
So Mark, while Piper's having a look around, someone taps her on the shoulder.
Okay, I'll look around.
It's your Mark. He's asking if you need assistance. You seem a bit lost.
I'm new to the city, and
Since you can't be that new, I've seen your poster on the we want to recruit you for the Empire. It's just that he didn't expect to see you hanging around soup kitchens or orphanages that much.
Yeah, it didn't do a good kind of... the basic word was that I didn't encourage enough recruiters, and they've kind of kicked me on my ass, unfortunately.
Would you like to come in and have some free food on him? He's more than happy to get you some new clothes, maybe something that doesn't look as garish.
Garish.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Kind of
Martin, it's okay.
Clothes.
I'm going to go along with it.
Garnish.
I just want to... I just want a place where I'm by myself with him. That's all at the moment. Am I by myself at the moment, or is it actually? Am I in the open in the public at the moment?
Well, you're a bit public at the moment, but he encourages you to follow him in and walks in front of you. And starts to say about how the city's been helping with the homeless, the poor, those that have been done wrong by the new laws that have been implemented over the last 6 months, and how he's trying to do what he can to help those in need.
Now, old Piper would be concerned about this, our moral statement. New Piper's a little bit less. Okay, so but no, I'm just going to go along with it. I think I've heard about you being around the place. I haven't met you. I've heard about you. Have I seen him up in pictures before around the place?
No, he doesn't do anything publicly.
Does he? Okay. No,
he's not a public figure.
No, okay. I'll go along with it. I'm just looking for the opportunity when I'm alone with him, but not in public at the moment. So.
Okay, so he takes you into one of the back rooms and says, "What sort of clothing size are you?" As he starts looking through racks of clothes.
Okay, so if I can close the door and I'm by myself with him or something like that, anyway.
Yep.
I would like to choke him out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to see if I can do it. I'll see if I can.
What is your brawl rating?
What is my brawl? My brawl is 2. My melee is 1.
2. You got 2 ranks in it?
Yeah, 2 ranks. Yeah.
Okay. And you are surprising him, sir.
Well, yes, he's cooking dinner first.
Let's see. You successfully choke him out and kill him if you wish to.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, you have just gained 10 points of corruption.
That's 10 points of corruption. Okay. That's not right. Okay, this is fun. Okay.
Okay, so who wants to investigate the tailor being strangled?
Now I had to make sure this was
that it was public, which you have just failed.
Was it? Oh, it was public, was it?
Yep, public but untraceable.
Oh, I didn't get that bit, sorry.
And he's now dead in private.
You could drag him out to a public spot.
Help!
Are you going to crucify him outside his store?
Yeah, absolutely. If I were you, I would try and lift him up on top of a building and then throw him off.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. If I can find a way upstairs up top of the building, throw him off and get myself out of there. So, I throw him up. I didn't write down the public bit. I wrote down everything else, but not the public bit. So
it's all good. So you drag him upstairs and throw him off the roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to, throw him away where...
What is your character's stealth?
Stealth, which don't have any stealth
Based
at all.
on agility, I believe that is your best thing.
Agility is 4, yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can avoid the cameras. Okay, so apparently you managed to successfully take him up to the top of the building and throw him off.
Yes. A little bit happening, yeah. I still get 10 points of corruption, I think. So.
Yeah, you still get 10 points of corruption, but now I'm going to add another 5 for the additional stuff you do.
So another 15 points of corruption.
Hey Mark, why is it that in every campaign I play with you, I teach you how to be a terrible person?
Nah, it's just that I just pick bad choices, man. It's okay.
I did point out to you your character had become force sensitive.
Yeah, propensity is the thing that really sucks.
So what does that mean?
Meaning that his actions have major repercussions on him, and he will go evil at some point, irredeemably evil.
Okay.
Irredeemably dark.
So he's the next Darth Vader.
Yeah, I might talk to you after the game, man, because I'm just missing half the stuff at the moment for some reason. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Might just now. So okay.
Well, that's okay. So yes, and then moving on to V. and Varna and seeing what Varna is actually doing. So, do you contact the rest of the group?
Yeah.
You catch up with them?
Yeah, I'm actually... Yes, definitely.
Okay, when you catch up with the rest of the group, you recognize the jacket immediately. Khalid is wearing it.
Ooh, that suits you.
You need to put the jacket on someone else. And kill them. It was a blurry photo.
It was a blurry photo, yes.
Yes. Khalid is the one in the photo.
It fits because of what you've heard of what Khalid was doing. Khalid was the vigilante.
I'm afraid I've got to do something really bad. I am so gonna hate, and you're probably going to beat the living crap out of me. Khalid's not there.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you are?
So, are you actually talking to me?
Yes.
Are we all there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all looking at you strangely.
What do you mean?
There's been a bounty placed on you.
On who?
She looks directly at Khalid.
On Khalid? What on earth for?
Generally beating up civilians.
Oh, I haven't beaten up any civilians. I've beaten up gang members.
Yeah, we've only been taking care of the criminals in the area.
Criminals in the area?
Yes.
What you mean? You mean she just puts down everything? And
You do realise that gang leaders can put out bounties as well.
Yes.
And
they
the
can.
thing she puts down says for your eyes only.
But she went to.
Do we see
puts it away. No,
If you've put that, you do realise you've now screwed yourself up.
I don't care.
Do you want to not put that bit down?
No, she's not going to put it down. No, she's not. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Because you're also told not to discuss it with people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you just come outside so we can talk?
I
And
offer
she's-
to accompany Khalid. See inside, do vigilanteing with him, but in a different area.
No, it's just Khalid. Thank you.
Khalid, do you want me to come along?
Oh, if you want to.
No.
Okay, so yes, you've got them out there. Does Kadkia also want to come out, considering that they'll be leaving you alone in the bar?
Kadgu goes and finds someone to play Sabak with. You're thinking about it.
I don't think anyone wants to play Sabak with him. He is the
Did I
the
hear
city's
this whole
champion.
interaction?
Yeah,
You
we're all
hear the interaction. The interaction seems sus.
Internal monologue. If I don't step outside and it's something that's technically in my jurisdiction but I didn't see it, I'm not in trouble. I'm going to stay in here.
Okay.
I accompany Khalid out.
Okay, so yes. A couple of the bystanders waved thanks to Khalid as they go past.
Do they say anything like, thanks for helping us?
They sort of do the a nice sort of thing, but not actually saying anything.
Okay. And I say to Khalid, oh, are they people that you've helped by clearing up the criminals in the area?
Yep.
Yeah, I get a bit of that too. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm gonna do something. I got to do something that I'm going to really regret. But
What do you
it's
mean?
a job. This is a job, and I've got to do it, or else, hey, shit happens. I'm afraid. Yeah, she's gonna start fighting.
Okay. So, what do you get? How are you going to start fighting? What are you pulling out?
Yeah, it's going to be a light blaster.
Okay, so you're pulling out a light blaster.
Straight to stone.
Okay, which means she's just committed a crime in front of 2 rangers.
Yep.
Can I pull out my gun?
It would be an initiative roll. So the initiative will
is this going to be a vigilance?
It's a vigilance for Ariadna and Ross, and a call for Varna, because Varna was the one planning it. So what is Varna's cool rating?
Cool is just 2
Green?
yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 advantages.
Awesome. 0.3.
Okay. Well, I've got 1 skill in vigilance.
1 skill
But
in
my
it.
will is 2.
So you have 3 advantages.
Or is my action
you each
separate?
you each get to do one at this
Separate,
stage.
okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the
No, that's okay.
computer to catch up. It decided to pause. Also has 3 advantages, and Ariadna has in vigilance. I believe you
Nothing.
might have vigilance is willpower, so I think you have 4 dice in it. You do have 4 dice in it, which is why you have nothing in it at this stage. So you have 1 advantage and 3 advantages and 1 success. So you get to choose who goes first.
I stun Varna.
As you see Varna pull out a pistol.
Yep. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. She's talking all sorts of crazy talk. She's either drunk or drugged, so I stun her.
Okay. What is your character's pistol? Do you have anything rated in pistol?
I've got a license for pistol, but where do I look up?
Okay, I'll have a quick look. Okay, quick look.
Range light.
I do have ranged light.
You have 2 in ranged heavy, but nothing in ranged light. I think you gained 1 in ranged light while you were doing it.
And you
so
were
you'll
gonna...
get 1 of those and 1 of those against 1 of those.
Yeah, you were going to catch up with me about that last time.
Okay, so apparently you managed to hit our Varna.
Do you need the stats?
I need this. Yeah, if you got the
So
stats.
damage is 5, range is medium, crit is 4.
Doesn't crit, but you take 1 strain, and does 5 damage to
Varna?
strain. 5 does 5 strain to Varna.
Oh, 5 strain to Varna, 1
Strain to
me.
Yep. Okay, so Khalid and Varna. Between the 2 of you, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
I'll pull out my blaster pistol,
Yep.
and since it's already set on stun, I'll shoot her as well.
Okay, and what is your ranks in it?
I've only got currently only 2 green, but I also get a blue because I attack before she attacks.
Okay. Okay, so you managed to do 7 strain,
And a crit by the looks of things.
which you cannot do on stun settings.
No, but I can make myself feel better.
You can make yourself feel better.
I'll give her a black.
A black. Okay, you give her a black on her go. So Varna,
Yeah.
you've been stunned twice, and
So that's my blaster pistol does 6 damage.
it does 6
base.
normally. Okay, so it's not the police one.
No.
Okay, so that means that would have been 8. So you'll have taken 13 strain all up. How's Varna doing?
For strain off, she's down.
Okay, so yes, you've got your first criminal.
Well, I don't consider her a criminal.
Yeah, but
I am
unfortunately,
going to
she's-
throw her over my shoulder and take her back to the barracks so that we can figure out what the fuck's going on.
Well, we'll put bindings on it to make it formal.
Yeah, but I'm basically going to take her back to our barracks rather than the ranger centre. I don't know what's happening, but I need to find out more information.
Okay. So,
Does he actually have a license to use the gun?
no.
No.
Okay, so what is the
She has a license to carry technical gear through checkpoints.
Okay, so what is the fine for producing a firearm?
Producing a firearm is imprisonment.
Were there any cameras?
Technically, there'd be lots of cameras.
Okay. Is there a way we can figure out if there's any footage of what happened?
Very hard to tell if anything actually got recorded or what was recorded.
Okay.
Because there'd be a lot of independent businesses.
Okay. That's going to be a problem.
How do you use somebody who's good with computers?
We don't know where you are right now.
Yeah,
do you have comms? Do you have comms?
I believe he does.
I B1337.
So B1337 gets an annoying beeping in his right ear.
Oh, hello?
Hello! Equal partner and cohort within our clan who gets just as much money as the rest of us do when we split a bounty.
I see you need a favor.
Not necessarily a favour, but the clan needs you. But you could call it a favour if you like, and I'll owe you.
You would want to, because I'm not a member of your clan.
Steph, could you grab me a dot ball, please?
You're not after killing us anymore, though, right?
No, I do not want you to die at all.
Well, in that case, can you come over to the barracks, the old barracks that we were staying in, and maybe see if you can help us with the problem?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, I can do that.
Martin,
Yeah.
what would be the penalty if he was actually not, if the pistol was not a pistol but a poor replica of a gun, like a wooden gun?
A wooden gun can still get them arrested because it can be still carried out as a crime. It's someone pulled a weapon out as a threat.
But would it be
We could just say we were playing around.
Would it be a fine or a misdemeanor?
They would still go to jail, but for less time.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that we could also do is like ask the store owner if he actually if the camera is actually working or not working. And just.
Do you want to do that while I take Varna to the barracks?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you go in and ask them?
Well, I'll just put down, what was it? Paying up my tab, I'll put down 30 credits for the last 5 minutes of video to disappear.
Okay, you put that next to...
Are these people who like us because we've helped them?
Yeah.
These are people who like you, who help them, but you put it right next to Kadika, who's talking to the barman.
Yep.
And you hear the whole conversation. He's basically bribing someone to delete footage.
Kadkia,
Is there an ashtray nearby or
go
something?
gamble.
Just gonna put it in the ashtray, push it towards the barkeeper. I didn't hear nothing.
It's really loud in here.
Yep. The food was great. I just couldn't hear over the food.
Yeah.
Okay. He says what
Chili.
footage as he picks up the credits. My camera's been broken for the last week. He says.
This works out well.
Well, you need to get someone to fix it then.
He's put in a requisition. Well, at least he intends to later today when he confirms exactly what's broken.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Just hasn't gotten around to it, he says. I'm sure it won't cost more than a few credits here and there.
Alright, I'll adjust my jacket, kind of head out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
What's out the front door?
At the front door you can see Thea dragging Varna towards...
Can't I throw over my shoulder?
Fireman's lift? Yep. Over the shoulder, walking towards vehicle.
I'm going the
Handcuffs.
other way.
Do I see her?
I didn't see anything.
I call out to Kadkia and ask her to help me with our drunk friend.
In handcuffs.
Can I run faster?
And you run right into a droid. A droid you remember.
Hello.
That was quick.
Oh,
I am strangely efficient.
He's currently dragging something behind him.
What is he dragging behind him?
He hadn't quite made it to the. He was in between the.
It's not the
right.
body of the bounty.
It's a bag, nondescript bag.
That's probably got blood coming from it.
No blood.
No blood.
This was not a bloody death.
Just
Okay.
computer equipment, that's all it was. So.
I'm just going to say to B1337, you carry on, and I'm going to go around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just... Everyone's got bodies everywhere. What is this today?
Wait, why am I here?
You're here to help me. I'm over in the
What
land
can I
speeder.
help with? Oh,
I ask if there's a way that we can figure out if I explain the situation, and I ask if there's a way we can
well,
figure out.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
I ask if
So
there's
another personality coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I ask
what were
if
you
there's a way
asking,
we
sorry?
can.
Okay, I'll give her a second. You can say it now.
Yes.
She's asking, is there a way you can check for footage?
Well, I would say there's two ways. One, we can personally identify for visual referencing where the cameras are and individually note at each place. Or we could potentially try and hack in through the system, through the net, to try and individually target each system. I'm
How?
not sure that I could probably do the hacking, as I'm not that qualified at splicing. So if we could identify every single camera that's within range of the incident, which, by the way, I am concerned about, then we could perhaps individually find every camera and eliminate the data. That I am good at. The finding
Okay.
of the cameras, I may need help in.
Okay.
Well, the only one I was aware of is the one out the front, which I've sort of dealt with.
Okay.
You need someone good at cunning for that.
Ross is good at cunning, right?
No, I suck at cunning.
Okay. Who's good at cunning?
I remember. I'm the,
If you
I'm-
run
I'm
off,
the good
seriously,
person.
if you run off, do I need to stab you with a pencil?
It's my first day on the job, and we're arresting our friends, and there's a dead
You
guy
don't
behind
know
the
what's
droid.
happened. You haven't seen it.
I'm not losing my job over this.
Okay, so our the droid tries to identify some recording devices for you. What is his?
I'm
He
disappointed by the
has
lack of our family's loyalty to us. I'm becoming
Perception
very
of
disenchanted.
2 with a cunning of 1. So he has.
It's kind of bad enough the world has to suck in real life.
Okay, you don't seem to be able to find where the hidden cameras are.
Are there any disadvantages?
No, but you got 1 failure.
That's
Oh,
okay.
That's not so good. You might have to go around after we've taken Kyanna somewhere
I am
safe.
not so good at the spotting of these individual devices. I would suggest you try and identify any. If you do, I can help you a lot more.
Like using a general purpose scanner, would that pick up the
Yeah,
cameras?
Khalid's
I will give you a bonus for that.
Okay.
So, what is it, perception or?
It is computer use for general purpose scanner.
While Khalid and B1337 are doing this, I put my cloak over top of Varna and make her look like she's drunk.
Okay.
Muss up her hair a little bit. You know.
So Ross, what's your computer use?
I'm probably going to help B1 with it because my computer use is only 2 green.
Here, pass me your scanner, and I will use it for you. This I am much better at.
Okay.
That does not look good.
So the droid takes 2 strain
Ow.
and
Fantastic.
successfully identifies 2 disadvantages. So you can drop down one of your levels. So you're now the emergency doctor supplemental.
Yep, cool.
As you identify 2 other cameras in the area.
B1 will hand off the scanner to whoever it was who was with him and say, I am no longer able to use this device. Here are the items on.
So how do we disable these cameras now that we know where they are?
Well, they're 2 businesses across the street.
So we just bribe them as well?
You could, yes.
Okay. Do you want to do that, Khalid? I'll give you some money.
B1 will immediately go over. Is it Varna, the interrogator?
Yep.
Yeah, immediately go over to Varna and begin treating Varna.
Yep. I asked you whether or not she's been, like, drugged or something, or... I'm not sure what's causing her behaviour.
B1 does not answer.
Okay.
Okay, so, what does Khalid
hang
do?
on, sorry, Martin, sorry to interrupt. Have we identified the party leader yet?
I guess at this stage, I believe there's only one person who keeps speaking up and doing stuff.
Who's that?
Ariadna.
Oh. Sorry.
She's taking on the leadership role without...
In which case, any questions will be answered if they're from Ariadna.
Yep.
Okay. Hi.
So you have the longest conversation you ever had with B1.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sure.
so Khalid, does he go in and bribe both of the places?
Yes.
Okay.
I give them some additional funds to fix their cameras.
Yeah.
They agree that cameras need fixing. They seem to go on the blink on a regular basis.
Alright, let's get her back to somewhere safe.
Okay. So you get her back to the barracks.
Can B1337 revive her with his medical knowledge?
Yes, he can.
I request this very politely.
Plus, she doesn't have a pistol anymore.
No, we've got
So
possession of a
just
pistol
in
right now.
case I lose reception, guys, if it's a medical matter and Ariadna asks, then it will be done.
Okay. So yes, she's revived. You've got her weapons and a data chip.
Yep. What's going on?
What does Varna say?
She takes a deep breath and she goes, look, I was just hired for a job to, well, let's just say that someone ruffled some feathers a few months back.
Khalid? Is that who we're talking about?
Yep.
Okay, so there's been a bounty put on Khalid,
Yes.
and you were given that bounty. How much information were you given with this bounty?
Blurry photo.
A blurry photo. Can I have a look at this photo?
Well, you've probably been able to go through my pockets. And stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that was-
I suggest that perhaps we find a real bad guy. Khalid gives up his jacket, we'll buy him a new one. And, we could take somebody else in who deserves it. Does that work for you?
It's not the bit that's gonna work because it needs to be public.
It needs to be a what?
Public and messy.
Well, we can do that public and messy with a jacket on them. We just find someone who's really bad. I know a few guys. I've been rooting gangsters out of this area for ages. I'm pretty sure I can come up with one.
Donovan just turns, shakes her head, puts her head in her hand. And she goes, you know what, I don't think I'm cut out for this.
Am I able to take the lead on this at all?
You can,
Would
but
Varna, is that like, am I breaking some kind of etiquette or something?
you would be breaking the law.
Yeah, I know.
And
Certainly.
Okay,
We
what
can't have
will
Khalid
happen
being...
with him breaking the bounty?
breaking the bounty, he would be basically exiled from the guild.
Okay, we
She
can't.
would be.
So, my theory is that we put somebody else in Khalid's jacket, someone that we consider pretty evil. We'll find a pedophile pretty easily. Then we kill them and...
I thought it was supposed to be PG.
Hey, hang on, Martin. Was it a kill or was it just a maiming in public?
It was maiming and killing in public. Basically, it was sending
sorry,
a message against vigilantes.
Yeah, the person's supposed to suffer.
I'd ask.
Well, that's one option. If you guys can think of other options, I'm open to other options.
That's why it was a big payday for that one.
This solution is agreeable.
Well, so far there's two in favour. How do you feel about losing your jacket for your life, Khalid?
Oh, I'm happy to lose the jacket, but I don't like the idea of it being public and messy.
Well, we got no real choice, do we?
You do not have to participate.
Exactly.
I can do.
I'll take the risk then.
Well, I'll give Varna the jacket.
What do you do, Varna?
Okay, she'll take the jacket.
You do realise you've also screwed up the bounty if they've got spies about.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
we
guess,
didn't know what was going on until after we acted.
No. It's what Varna did, because I believe it says for her eyes only.
Well, we kind of robbed her.
Yeah, but at the same time, Varna can also contract out particular tasks to other people. So
Yeah,
as long as it's perceived that Varna makes it out of here, and you'll forgive me for talking out of character, as long as it's perceived that Varna makes it out of here, like breaks out of here, then nobody needs to know that we've seen anything in Varna's possession.
Exactly. And if she subcontracts it out to say, I don't know, a droid that has no compunction about killing meat sacks, perhaps maybe that could work for us. I'm starting to like you a lot.
Yeah, B1 worked on his personality a little bit more over the time.
Your charm has won me over.
And he is still carrying a sack around with him.
Meat sacks, he's capable of
Can we just put the
self-improvement.
jacket on that sack?
Well, it's
She's
not.
just say self-imprisonment.
It's a lot thinner than you'd expect,
Oh, okay. Alright, fair enough.
and doesn't look like it can stand on its own. And its head's facing the wrong way.
Well, at least I don't have to eat lunch tomorrow. What do you think, Varna, of B1337's solution? Subcontract out, put the jacket on someone else, do it that way, we pretend you break out of here, and no one has to know the wiser.
And while you're doing that, there's a news flash about how one of the governor's aides has committed suicide off one of the local food shelters.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Is that nearby?
It was across town.
Okay.
Whose bounty was that?
Pipers.
Oh,
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Pipe was bad when didn't get write down all the proper things for it, and he could have done differently next time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Varna.
B1 gestures for Varna's blaster.
Okay, she hands it over.
No, Varna doesn't have a blaster.
Oh no, she doesn't because somebody else has got it.
We give B1 Varna's blaster.
Actually, didn't. Yeah, B1's got authorization for blasters as well, didn't he?
No, he's just got cell-phoned.
Yeah.
Oh, I only got cell phone.
Please return Varna's possessions.
I do
Are we
so.
agreeable on this plan?
I am. It's up to the other two whether or not they are.
B1 looks to Varna.
Varna smiles and nods.
Okay.
Take the jacket. Hide the
If
jacket.
you're going to use the blaster, make sure no one can see it.
Do we have a cloak we can give
Please.
B1?
Please allow me to carry out
He doesn't like
this
wearing
plan
clothes.
on behalf of Varna and the guild. We must be seen to be escaping.
Yep.
Okay, so you dash off.
B1 sort of makes it look like he's helping Varna, and also has the blaster under cover of some sort, but
Well,
also makes it very aware.
You still have
that
the
he's assisted Varna in escaping.
You can quite easily hide the blaster in the bag you're dragging.
Oh, righto.
Before they leave, I'll give them details of a really, really evil bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. After B1 escorts Varna out and away from the area, he's going to immediately return the sack of meat.
You gain your 500 credits.
Splendid.
For the badly bruised up, bounced around sack of meat.
He anonymously donates 250 credits to Piper's account.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
Okay. And so Piper also receives a contact from the guild thanking you for your quick and clean work.
Yeah, I do tell them that I need to sort some stuff out, and I'll get back to them when I'm available. So
they have no problems with that. They will look favourably on you for your next job.
B1, before separating from Varna, B1 instructs Varna to plant the jacket on the victim. Yep, victim. And he will complete the rest of the work. And also returns Varna's blast.
Mm-hmm.
So that means Varna now needs to go find our victim.
Okay.
I'd like to think of them as an evil villain whose karma is caught up with.
Okay, so there is an evil villain. And I think evil villain will have to wait for next session.
Oh, what?
And find out how you're going to deal with
this. To be Piper, because she's now got a corruption of 15.
Piper. You gave up drinking and became corrupted.
No, she gave up drinking, became a force user, and then became corrupted.
Yep.
She's force sensitive, not a force user.
Mm-hmm. And force sensitivity means you still have the corruption track.
Well, if that's the end, guys, I've got to head off. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing for a little while for now. But I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. And guys, for those of you who will see tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
See ya.
Cheers.
I'll see you.
Goodbye. Fairly well, disgusting meat sacks.
See you, David. If you want to stay on the line, Mark, I can talk to you a little bit afterwards.
I think we need lots of talking because I'm confused completely tonight.
Okay.
You know.
So I will put it on end credits, and I'll say bye to everyone else, and I'll chat to Mark after the credits. Bye.